machine, angry kid, bad at every level, calling out the kings and the pixelated devils. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, burning down the town. He talks, he fights, he stays up through the night. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, he wears a digital crown. Burn it all down. Paradise. Rage, breaking all the rules, tearing up the script that they gave the fools. Logic fails, spilling out the truth, cracking every code of a wasted youth. Click your heart, click and then subscribe, feeding on the heat of a manic tribe. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, burning down the town. He talks, he fights, he stays up through the night. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, he wears a digital crown. Burn it all down. Paradise. No more monsters, no more lies, no more games. Underneath the hollow skies, one man army against the flood, stealing out the data like it's fresh blue blood. Paradise is burning down. Words of paradise, burning down the town. He talks, he fights, he stays up through the night. Paradise is burning down. Words of paradise, he wears a digital crown. Burn it all down. Paradise. Shut it down, log on, just walk away. Paradise, paradise, come tonight.
Welcome back to another episode of Neon Leon. How are all you vital idols doing? I didn't know that we would have this much to cover today, but the last 48-ish hours online have been a treat for any drama whore like myself. Cindy, you're not aware of fucking any of it from what I've heard, so tell the people who you are and what you do, because we gotta get into this.
Hey guys, I'm Cindy. I'm running on maybe 3 hours of sleep, but I'm super excited because I have no idea what the fuck Leon is talking about.
I messaged her earlier. Oh my god, thank you for subbing, girly. I appreciate that.
Yay.
Over on Kick. Yeah, no, I mentioned it earlier. I sent Cindy a message. I was like, with everything that went down with Rev's voice yesterday. Hey, thanks for the sub over on Kick, Lithium, you absolute fucking legend. I messaged Cindy earlier. I was like, with everything that went down with Strob last night, we have a hell of a Neon Leon. She's like, what happened with Strob? Thank you, Karan, for subbing. My God, you Kick viewers are just killing it tonight.
Actually, you have 5 gifties from Devil and Red over on Kick.
Oh my God, that's for whatever reason the thing is not pulling that up. So, is that what it's doing now? Is that why the Devil and Red?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, purple Devil and Red. Thank you so much. StreamYard for whatever reason doesn't highlight those, even I have a link to the Kick, so I will definitely play you a clip if Cindy reminds me. Saigazan was hit, so again, shout out, thank you very much. We need to in fact call out some pre-stream legends. But yeah, no, I messaged Cindy. I was like, with what happened with Strob, we gotta talk about it, and she responds with, what happened with Strob? So you've been getting better about using X, by the way. You've been on X so much, but somehow you missed this.
Yeah, no, my feed has been flooded with troons lately. I don't know why. I really would rather they not, because yeah.
Then you're either doing something right or doing something wrong. I'm not sure which. But yes.
Well, the algorithm seems to like me calling them the F slur, so it just gives me more back.
Well, we have 109 people watching, including almost everybody over from Badger's show. Badger rated in, shout out, great discussion over on Badger's show. And now let's get into some pre-stream legends, and then we'll talk about Strob, quartering. So much, guys, so much. British black man, aka fantastically, amazingly brilliant. The 3Bs, bingo, bango, bongo. Hail Leon, have a dono on me. You're good goddamn right, I'll be a dono on you. Thank you so much. El Mervoth with 25 to deserve a slot for tonight's stream. I have opinions on both the subject matter. Crazy 24 hours, huh? Crazy like 48 hours, maybe maybe it was only 24. Yeah, because the Kino Casino stream stuff, was that yesterday? Or did we do that Wednesday? I don't fucking know. Point is, it's been crazy. So real quick, a 25 banger for Fab. Both of you guys are amazing. This is for you. Let's start off with some gay hypno.
Like, I don't think humans were meant to see sissy hypno inflation compilations.
But hey, by the way, did you know that I suck dick as a man? I lick the ass of other men. But really quick, I lick the balls of a man.
Shout out. So thank you so much for the donos. True Aztec Water coming in with that 2-banger. And then British Black Man with a $5 super sticker. What is it? Let me scroll back. Let me see if I can find it. What was that? Oh, and it was a hippo saying hype. Yes, I'm so glad you guys are hyped. Thank you. The True Aztec Warrior member for 7 months. 7 months. Let's fucking go. And then Sleeping Nova right on his tail with 5 months. The opening reminds me so much of Guilty Gear before it went woke. I have no idea if that's, I mean, I imagine it's good. Guilty Gear, you know, people like Guilty Gear, but I don't know much about Guilty Gear, so I take it as a compliment. Thank you. That wasn't intentional, but if that's what it does, then hey.
That was Leon.
Better.
Is Leon Bridget?
You know what? That checks out. That's the only thing I know about Guilty Gear is the Bridget stuff. Scrap Gamer coming in with a 10-banger as one heck of a dope opening. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I had so much fun making it. I'll move off for a 2-banger. In case you're not get to, happy birthday, Cinny. It's Saturday here, so it's Saturday where he is, because I think Mervoth is actually in Japan. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Elmerva.
Shout out, thank you guys for the donos so much. Before we get into it, before we say hi to everybody, and this is also thank you on Kick for the 5 memberships. You are absolute legends. This is, well, before we play the clip, CD Stein 69 for a $4.99. Didn't Leon say he was donating all supers to Cindy for her birthday? I didn't. I didn't say that. But you know,
you can though. I'll let you.
Shout out, man. Thank you so much for the 5-banger. That puts us like, damn, already halfway to tier 1. 9 minutes in, already halfway to tier 1. I think you guys have earned some peak racism. You racist motherfuckers. I didn't know how to bring you back.
Look at this nigga's face. Look at his face. Look at his fucking face.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. And I don't game with black people anymore. And I don't game with black people anymore. Demon Carol for a 2-banger saying, happy birthday, hag. Why don't you guys save the happy birthday stuff for Cindy for her stream tomorrow when she'll be doing her birthday stream, of which, you know, I am cordially invited and will be there. But no, shout out. Thank you for the 2-banger, homie. Truly appreciated. Look, guys, I go through and say hi to everybody, but there is 120 of you watching on YouTube, 155 across platforms, including Kick and X. So I just want to say thank you all so much for showing up. You mean the absolute world to me. I could not do this job without you. Now let's talk about some drama. How much do you know about Strob?
I know she's married to Rev, but can you give me 1 second? I gotta turn off my VPN. It's making you lag.
I'm over here trying to get into the topics, trying to do a show, trying to be a fucking professional. And this woman's just like, nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Elmerva says it's midnight here. Oh no, maybe he is in America then, because yeah, it's just about midnight here as well. Now, so late in the show. Hey, thanks for the follow over on Kick, Prince Walker.
You know what happened? It was great because it cut out your bitching. So continue.
Anyway. So you don't know, you don't watch Strob, I take it? You don't know anything about Strob?
No. I know that she's married to Rev.
And that's really the extent of which I know. And look, I got nothing against Rev. In fact, I use Rev's content for my own content quite frequently. That being said, he's one of the ones I like reacting to kind of the least, just because he and I have such very similar ways of commenting on stuff. It's difficult for me to commentate on his commentary because we're just both real lax and blunt. However, she had a crash out on X last night. She had a crash out, and it started with this right here. And I'll hit that super in a bit, Fab. If you're a Christian, you should be condemning all types of porn. None of it is good. If it's porn, it's degenerate and bad for your soul. I'm surprised some people are confused by this. Now, that's right. That's fair. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. That's her take on it. I can live with it.
Yeah, I honestly think it's a bad take. In fact, I actually agree with that take. I've quit watching porn. I'm on the straight and narrow in that regard. So yeah, I think that's a good take. It was everything that happened after that was a bit of a problem, though. So we got Espiritu here. You ever watch Espiritu's content? I know you have, because we reacted to him on this show.
Isn't it Espiritu?
Espiritu, however the fuck you say it, I don't care. Put his name on screen, all right?
Right. I got you.
And it's because of this interaction. Now we'll get to this Katie person here in a bit. We'll get to Katie here in a bit, because I've got her whole thing pulled up as well. But she responds with a genuine question, and I do believe this was in good faith. I believe it's an actual genuine question. Just a genuine question, because I think most people are curious or maybe confused about your stance. Do you believe porn should be illegal? You keep saying bad or immoral. I'm only asking because your main fan base are lolicon, and I think that's pertinent for you to clarify. Now, what do you think about this question? What's your read on this?
Well, I mean, like, you mean like his opinion? I think it's a fair question.
No, this is some person named Katie asking this.
Oh, okay.
We'll get into what Espiritu says in a bit, but like in terms of Katie's question,
I don't think her model is a lolicon, if I'm honest with you.
Well, but Revs is, and they share a fan base very obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, like, sure, if you want to beat off to a dude that's dressed that is clearly a dude in a lolicon body, I mean, more power to you. But I don't know.
Now, so do you think that this question, which is you keep saying bad or immoral, I'm only asking you because your main fan base is lolicon, I think it's pertinent for your clarity, saying do you believe porn should be illegal? Do you think that's a valid question to ask?
I mean, like, I could see why they would ask, but I don't know. I don't know what I think.
Okay. Well, Strob responds with, genuinely don't get how people are confused. I've made my stance and feelings very clear. Just read my other replies. I don't owe anyone any more of an explanation. Also, this is not my main fan base. Not sure you got the idea. Then blocked her. Then blocked Katie.
I don't think you should block people. At most, you just stop replying to them. You're not obligated to reply.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Tristan. Yes. Now the blocking is. That's where I agree is the bridge too far. It's the fucking internet. Quit being a bitch. So Espiritu says, I don't think it makes you look good, Strob, when people ask you very basic questions and you start blocking people because you can't answer a simple yes or no point. It makes it very clear that you might be hiding behind that because you were scared of the backlash you and Rev may get. And by the way, if at any point you have commentary on what he's saying, stop me and get in.
Well, I think that's also a fair point that she might be afraid of something because, I mean, like, they've already had backlash. But I don't know.
Which time they've had ungodly amounts of backlash. That's pretty much their whole existence on the internet at this point is getting backlash.
I kind of wonder if like that's part of why she blew up is like she's just like, you know what? I'm just going to piss everyone off today. This is my opinion.
Well, he goes on to say, you need to understand why people are asking these things when both of you have made content that you now see as bad or degenerate. Like in your past ASMR content. Sure, you might say you regret it, but it seems to be a trend for you and people like you. You make money, fame and clout from said content. Now that you're both big, you change your stance due to religion. You should use some common sense and see why people might see that as a little fishy.
I think that's fair. And what she's kind of missing is that guys will goon to anything. It doesn't have to have a naked woman on it. It's just because she's whispering into a mic. You know, you can't, I mean, what are you going to do? Condemn your own audience and be like, yeah, don't watch my shit. I'll block you so you can't see any more of my stuff because I found out you goon to it. Like, it sounds counterproductive. You may as well just get off the internet at this point.
Espiritu follows up with, And you can both claim you've not disavowed lolly content, but you have. It feels more like damage control, and you're rushing to come up with a good cover story. And he shares a screenshot of what she had under a Remnant 777 or Remnant 777 video. This was his comment responding to her. So she said something, don't know what, but she ends with, "I do understand wanting to clarify your position on this, but I do wish you would make our stances more clear so people don't think either me or Rev think lolicon is good." So clearly she has disavowed lolicon in the past. So she's trying to claim that she hasn't when it's publicly right there. She's saying that she does.
Well, then why wouldn't she disavow lolicons? Because that's part of the gooning stuff.
Well, and the thing is, now the initial question that Katie asked to me was very simple, which is, hey, do you think it should be illegal? It's one thing to say this should be legal, but we don't, this should be legal, but we disagree with it. We think it's bad. We think it's immoral, whatever. It's another thing to actually call for a ban. Like me personally, I find porn to be a terrible thing. It's very easily accessible. It's all over the internet. I think it is objectively bad for you. All metrics show, all studies show porn is bad for you. I do not think it should be banned in any way, shape, or form, because that's the slippery slope of the government banning things willy-nilly argument. So I think that the clarification on should it be banned or are you just saying it's bad and immoral? Where do you stand on that?
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. And she should clarify. But then again, I have to also ask, how many romance books do you own at home, Strob?
So we go on to this right here, where we've got, this comment under Rev's, under Espiritus' post. It also doesn't help Strob's friends are now pushing for porn to be banned, or the fact that they refuse to call out schlep drama with aunties sending IRL child sexual assault material and child gore to lolly defenders on X, all while they do weird Yuri fetish stuff. And then the most interesting screenshot, we can go through all of them, but it was this one right here, from 5-6 years ago, 5.5 years ago. Rev saying, "I'm very supportive of my femboy girlfriend," with Strob saying, "Femboys really are a gift from God himself. Femboys were God's gift to man. Why do I submit my femboy? Where do I submit my femboys hooter rap? CEO of possibly a femboy. Yes, I might be a femboy. Keep asking." When you're presenting yourself like that online, and then you say things like this, not speaking on this anymore because people have zero reading comprehension, and I just want to create more drama. My stance is very clear, and I've been very honest about how I feel. If you have an issue with a Christian not believing porn is good, then you are free to unfollow.
There's a difference. There's a difference here because you're stating a double standard. It was okay for you, and yeah, you could say you regretted it, but you don't have any right to tell people what they can and can't do. I don't care what the fuck it is. Unless it's actually hurting a child or an animal, you really don't have a right to tell somebody what they can and can't do with their time. This is crazy. Why the fuck would you say this to begin with?
And that's the thing is, I don't know. And maybe somebody else in the chat knows. Maybe someone in the chat is familiar enough to understand where this came from. Now, I'm kind of familiar because she did this morning try and make one of those weird middle ground apologies / hey, this is, and we'll get to that. We'll get to her response because this all went down last night, and this morning she did something weird, and that's really, I want to get to her response, but I need to make sure we've got the groundwork for what happened truly laid out. You know what I mean? Which takes us to Katie. Blocked for asking a relevant question. And this is the follow-up thread that, I don't know if Strob saw or whatnot, but because this is basically her way as Katie saying, this is what I was trying to do. This is what I was getting at. And I wasn't even being mean. At least I don't think I was being mean. I'll go back to, if I have nothing to say, don't say anything at all. But it was a yes or no question. I thought she'd be most okay to answer. It seems she sees the power the question has, which again, it should have been a very easy question to answer. Do you think it should be illegal? Yes or no? Regardless of what her answer is, you need to be able to have a follow-up, be able to be like, hey, yes, I do think porn should be illegal. Here's why. Or no, I don't. I just find it immoral. But you should have had a fucking answer. And then she said, oh, go on.
At the very least, explain why the fuck you're saying it.
Well, why
You know,
she? Yeah.
yeah,
Again, why
it-
why she even just posted that? And babe, look, some people post shit just that's on their mind. That's what X is for. You post shit that's on your mind. I've posted plenty of shit on my mind that's completely irrelevant to any streams I'm doing or any videos or talks or discussions I'm having with my friends or whatnot. Sometimes, dude, sometimes I just get a wild hair just to be like, hey, I love Godzilla -1. But I feel like a lot of people sleep on Shin Godzilla, and Shin Godzilla might actually be the slightly better movie. Just no reason for me to post that on X aside from I'm just telling y'all what I'm thinking at the moment.
yeah. I don't know. I'm so tired of people.
So Katie then says, could you please post a screenshot of the supposed rude comment? I'm okay with you doing so. I was about to correct a grammar mistake. I typed it twice. By the time I corrected, you'd block me. Now I'm blocked again, so I have to communicate this way. And she shows the screenshot of Strob saying, you were blocked for your second rude reply that you immediately deleted after posting. You have also followed and unfollowed me a million times in the past. I recognize you. Until
And
she... No, go for, what were we saying? And?
no, and what's your point? You are acting no better than they are at that point.
What, in terms of doing like
And
block, unblock shit?
well, no, she's saying followed and unfollowed. That's a big difference. You're silencing them so that you can't read their replies or make it so that they can't see your work. That's entirely different than following and unfollowing.
Right. I've follow and unfollow people. In fact, sometimes
That's fine.
I find myself being unfollowed from people even though I didn't do it. It
Mhm.
was recommended for me to follow was it New Black Street? Or maybe it was Real Life Fake Wizard. Point is, someone I was very obviously following, someone I'm in plenty of group chats with, someone I do plenty of streams with, and then it said recommended followers. And I was like, the fuck you mean? I know for a fact I was following them. So yeah, I mean that shit also just happens. You get unfollowed by the internet for whatever reason, or unsubscribed or whatnot, and then you refollow or you resubscribe. So they go. Well, where were we? All right. So she states here after Strob says rude comment, which she's not showed a screenshot of. Until she does so, I was trying to make a follow-up statement. I said something along the lines of, this does deserve an explanation from you because it's actively being discussed by you. It's a yes or no question. If that's being framed as rude, okay. I believe she thinks me saying it's a yes or no question is rude, which I agree is a step rude. I don't even see how that's rude.
It's not. I mean, like, asking a simple question isn't rude. It's how. Here's what happened. They heard the question, like Strob heard the question in a particular tone in their own head that they projected their feelings in that instant.
Yeah,
So they
I
thought
think
it was a.
and to be fair, I'm guilty of doing that. I'm absolutely guilty
yeah.
of reading a message from somebody or whatnot and completely misreading the tone. And then when I'm like, well, it was pretty fucked up that you said XYZ, they're like, dude, that's not how I meant that at all. I think you and I have had issues like that before.
Mhm. Yeah, we have. And then we learned how each other's speech pattern. And then we were like, okay, no, that they're fine. Like, because that was more prevalent in the beginning. And then
Right.
so this is what it's boiling down to is I feel like Strob hurt her own feelings, and then like the only acceptable path to her in that moment was to block them, which is not the acceptable path.
Yeah, well, and I definitely agree with that. That is not the acceptable path. But again, my stance on blocking is there's only two types of people that you should block: minors and bots. And when I say bots, I mean like obvious bots. Like I don't know. Do you get the OnlyFans thoughts, the OnlyFans hoes in your inbox all the time? Or is that just
No,
me?
I think it's just you.
Okay,
But you're also a man.
yeah, it happens to a lot of males on X. Is like you'll just it'll go to like straight to your spam or DM requests, so you don't really see them. I've got like a spam request folder of like 99 things. It's like, hey baby, have we met before? And it's like block, delete, block. The shit's so fucking annoying. But anyway, Rev then made a statement. Rev made a comment. Shout out for the follow. I think that was. Yeah, Rotica just subscribed. Thank you for the sub. So Rev had to come out and make a statement. He made one, so far as I can tell, before his own wife made one. This is why men are better. If y'all were watching my misogyny stream yesterday, if you watched the misogyny DLC special where we spent 3 hours shitting all over women, 4 hours almost, this is why. Rev had a great statement. Since apparently this has to be said, my stance on censorship has not changed. No, liking lolly does not make you a pedophile. No, that and other taboo fictional content should not be censored. No, you should not be harassed over fictional content, even if it's weird or degenerate. Now, I actually disagree with him here. I do think you should be harassed over that shit. I think the internet needs to know some fucking shame. But whether you harass, and again, I don't think that harassment on the internet's real to begin with. But anyway, point is, shame people, shame foot people especially, shame fat people especially. Yes, 100%. Anyway, yes, you should be allowed to make your own choices with the fictional content you consume. I absolutely agree with that as well. I have been very open about coming back to Christ about a year ago and don't want to be engaging in these subjects, specifically in covering the more explicit aspects of it in the same manner as I used to. This is what I am comfortable with. I hope people can respect that boundary. However, it does not mean my stances have changed in a general sense.
Wait.
Right?
You want people to respect your boundary, but you don't want to respect others?
Well, this is from Rev, not Strob.
Yeah, well, it's his wife.
That's true. That's fair. So wait, so you think that, because in my opinion, him making this statement, going to bat for his wife, is the right thing to do. I mean, I think that
it completely is, but they live in the same household. He could make that point to her and say, hey, there's a constructive way to say this and a not constructive
there is
way
a reason, if Strob is to be believed, why that didn't happen. But you just don't know that until we get to Strob's response.
Okay.
In general, I agree with you. In general, hey, if they were just chilling at home on the couch together and Strob was starting some shit on her phone and Rev looked over, was like, honey, you dumb motherfucker. No. Like, yes, absolutely. That's how it should be handled. Homies, husbands, boyfriends, whatever, put your broad in their place when you see shit like this going down.
I mean, like, there's better ways to phrase it, but yes.
All I said was put her in her place. I didn't say how. I didn't say how. Do the Sean Connery method, boys. I didn't say how. So he goes on to say, however, it is not. Oh, no, I read that. I have said nothing to the contrary. Things could have been worded more clearly from Strob. This entire conversation seemed to stress her out a lot, and she admitted to not handling it in the best way. But comparing me to her and her to aunties without even waiting for an explanation is jumping the gun. We have been defending people censored and harassed over these topics for years at the cost of harassment, threats, and slander directed towards us, but still don't regret doing it. In fact, they've lost sponsorships over the said thing. My core audience knows how I feel about all this. I hope this clarifies some things. Thanks. Now that is, and then, Chibi Reviews came in. Thank you very much, Rev. She responded. I definitely didn't handle things the best way, but we'll get to what she said in a bit. So all in all, that is the general rundown of the crash out. By the way, Katie wasn't the only one she blocked. She went on a blocking spree to anyone questioning her and stuff like that. That was just an example of one because that was the most notable. So where are you sitting on this?
I am a little shocked. I think her husband is a lot more well versed and definitely had a cooler minds prevailed in this one. Like, he's definitely doing some heavy damage control.
You're saying that the man had the cooler heads prevailed moment?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know. It's, to me, that kind of statement is something that you think about, right? And then you talk about it to your boyfriend, your husband, whatever, and then just be like, okay, I'm thinking of doing a post like this. How could I word it a little bit better?
You're saying the woman didn't do that?
I have no fucking clue.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
I was just trying to set up to use that clip. Anyway, go on.
Oh, okay. Well, clearly she didn't, because I mean, like, honestly, she shouldn't have posted that entire like at all. Everybody knows she's a born again Christian, okay, and in the sense that she's coming back to Christ. We know you've been very verbal about it, and that's fine. I think that's really wonderful for you, but you definitely shouldn't have and I understand, okay, that they have been attacked for however long, but you don't preemptively strike when no one's attacking you.
And that was the weird thing. It's like, again, I want to know where this comment, where the initial thought process to post this even came from. It's like, people know, like you said, that you're a born again Christian. So we know you probably think that porn's immoral.
Yeah.
Why? And you don't go on at least me, I don't go on the internet to state the fucking obvious.
Yeah, but I mean, like, hey, that's your view. Fine. It doesn't need to be a law. In fact, you should stay far the fuck away from the internet when you have those kinds of feelings because you don't have the right to tell people that. And because the government is already in like Puritan mode, and I fucking hate it. But she's gonna say what she's gonna say. That's the downside of free speech sometimes, is that you're not always gonna agree with what the other person is calling for.
So now we are at Strob's post from this morning, and it's a long one. I want you to jump in at any point when you've got thoughts, because I'm sure as a woman you will have plenty of
Okay,
thoughts.
I'm gonna tell you this
Good
now.
thoughts, but go for it.
Well, yeah, it's me. But I'm going to stop highlighting chat so I can give you my 100% focus, because I'm not like attacking Strob. I think she made a terrible choice, and I want to give this my full focus.
Absolutely. So chat, you heard her. We're still watching chat and whatnot, but that way she's paying attention to she hears Strob's response. So we'll get back to highlighting afterwards. We'll hit the supers afterwards, the whole nine. Sorry for the long post. After a night of sleep and some more reflection, I just want to say this and be done with the conversation. Yes, I handled that poorly yesterday. All right, so we'll stop right there.
She should have fucking slept on it before she posted it. You know what's awesome? They have a draft feature in X. So
and I do that. I draft posts. It's like, hey, sometimes I wanna hit a banger tweet while I'm sleeping. Let's draft a post, set the post at like 3 a.m. and wake up and see if it took off. I do that shit all the time.
No, and I say this, right? Coming off of earlier, I was on X. I was trying to unwind, and I kept getting hit with troon post after troon post. And then I commented on one, and I was just getting so heated and pissed off that the next one I saw that was saying that, hey, we need to be able to tell people who are homophobic to shut up. I was like, you know what? Gonna use the hard T today. And I was just like, I was so fucking dumb. Or not dumb, done. That was probably the better thing, was to just get off Twitter for a bit, because it was just making me that angry.
Well, you say the hard T. I actually do think that a law should be proposed in this, which is women aren't allowed to post on X unless they've recently received the hard D, because then they've got some mental clarity.
Or, some sleep, because clearly that was all emotions going on and no thought.
Well, she then goes on to say, shout out, let's see. Oh, okay, this is super awesome.
She'll probably block me after saying all this shit.
I was genuinely overwhelmed because Rev was streaming the whole time this was happening last night, and his stream was about something else entirely, and people kept getting in his chat and accusing him of being anti-censorship, and he was going to address the controversy, and it was making me stressed because I was causing him unneeded stress. Now we're gonna
wait. What did
good. All right, go for it.
He's anti-censorship, so you're like, censor all of it. Just fuck it. Just get rid of the entire. I'm done. What the fuck?
I am so glad your takeaway is the same as mine. It was like, wait, you openly say your husband's anti-censorship, and you're like, he's being stressed by apparently the address the controversy, and your mentality is, hey, let's start censoring people by going on a blocking spree. That'll help. What?
Oh my goodness, honey, you didn't need to tell us you were a woman. I know, like, there was no chance you were a femboy. You're absolutely a woman.
Also, I just want to point out, I know that she's probably not trying to do this. I do believe Strob is probably a very nice, good, loving wife, the whole nine.
Oh yeah.
But boy, does this really come off like I'm going to throw my husband under the bus and blame him.
Yeah, it really does. I feel like she's really needs to stop. She, like, okay, in the sense that she should write all this down, put it in drafts, come back in an hour, reread it, make some edits, come back in an hour again, let her husband read it, and then post it.
So she goes on to say, I definitely don't want to drag him in anything ever again, so I definitely got defensive instead of just being more clear when some people ask me valid questions. And that, by the way, that's why I was asking you if you thought it was a valid question, because even now she acknowledges, okay, yeah, they were valid questions. I was upset that I felt people were accusing me of some things I don't actually believe, and him too. I do realize that wasn't everyone's intentions, though. I'm sorry for assuming. Now, there's more to it, but all right, where are you at with this? So far, is this a good or bad, like, apology, explanation sort of thing?
I don't feel that it is, but I don't know what the rest of the thing is, or like what the rest of it says, because all she's saying is, "I'm sorry for assuming." You did a lot more than assume, hun. You posted things that I don't believe you should have posted.
Correct.
You don't like you, so that's why I'm saying it's hard for me to comment on this when I'm going, wait, but you also did this. So which is it? I feel like your apology should encompass more than just assuming.
So let's see how you feel after the rest of her apology then. I also want to apologize to Katie. I'm sorry. I very well could have misread things in the moment in your second reply and jumped the gun on you by blocking you. Some others as well. My responses were petty and not kind or loving, so I'm sorry for that. Now, maybe this is just me. The only issue I have with this statement is the kind or loving line, because like it reads as like too Christian performative.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you expect Christians to be kind and loving, so I need to say that my stuff wasn't kind and loving. I think that was unnecessary. It just comes off as try hard.
It also doesn't sound sincere. And
Right.
I don't know if she realizes this, but she's kind of feeding the stereotype of what is called a Christian Bible thumper.
Feed in, go on.
Like, she's bashing people over the head with her Christian beliefs, which is fine, I guess. I mean, like, I don't care that you're Christian. I'm Catholic myself. I talk about it all the time. My hardcore, no, but also I would keep my opinions to myself because, as you said earlier, it's common sense.
So then she says, I'm anti-censorship.
No,
I
you're
didn't-
not. No, you're not. That's a lie. That's against Christian values. You lied right then and there.
Okay, first of all, you are doing that thing where you crash out in your mic peaks, and while I love it, get a little bit closer to your mic, that way people can hear you.
I'm too close to my mic, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's not anti-censorship because she's Christian. Is that your assertion?
Yes.
I would
And
agree, and as
it's
somebody
a
who is
lie.
Christian, I am pro certain types of censorship as well. So, what would give me explain?
No, I was gonna say, which is a lie because that is also anti-Christian. You basically. Oh man, I forgot where my train of thought was going.
I assume you're saying something like, to be a Christian, to be pro-Christian, you also in some way, shape, or form have to be pro-censorship.
Yeah, you do. That actually, yeah. You
I
do
agree.
have to be pro censorship, which is crazy because you can't have, in this case, like there is cases where two things can be true, but in this case it cannot be. It either is or it isn't.
Correct.
So this is just, I feel like she's talking out of both sides of her mouth.
So when it comes to, and I'm going to properly explain right now what I mean to avoid a Strob moment. I do think to be Christian, you have to be in some regards pro-censorship. A lot of people assume censorship and they think like, hey, reducing the size of anime titties or the black bars. No, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm anti-censorship in that regard. But the act of censoring something is the act of removing it. So when you say you don't want books like genderqueer in elementary or middle school libraries or even high school libraries, because frankly, I go that far, you don't want genderqueer in any school library, period. That is censorship. I fully acknowledge that. And guess what? I'm pro that kind of censorship.
I'm pro that kind of censorship because all you're doing is spreading mental illness to other people, especially children who are susceptible to it. That is the acceptable kind of censorship because
Right.
it is causing more harm than anything else. Like, kids do not need to know about sex in middle school. They don't need to know about changing genders because that should never have been an option to begin with. They're too fucking young. Like, there's too many downsides to whatever it is they're fucking doing. So I am pro censorship in that regard. Yeah.
So so yeah, exactly. So many people want to say they're anti-censorship as a way to like be on that pro free speech side and stuff like that. However, sorry, I think we got to bring back the concept of it is okay to be pro censorship. It is a-okay to be pro censorship. Now, like,
Though this is also a case of both things could be true. And that
explain.
you are anti-censorship, but you are pro-censorship if it is harming children or harming children, and that is harming children.
Right. Like, I don't want titties in G-rated movies. I don't care if titties
Mhm.
are in R-rated movies.
I completely
would
agree.
absolutely be okay with censoring out titties in G-rated movies. We don't have to do that because they're not fucking there. That's what we have the rating system for to begin with.
Mhm.
So that is my thoughts on censorship. It is okay to be pro censorship, and more people need to acknowledge they're pro censorship. Because even Chibi Reviews, somebody who is very famously anti censorship, would probably be like, "Yeah, I'm okay with getting rid of genderqueer in fucking elementary, middle school, and high school, or at least elementary, middle school." Probably be his take. I don't know how you feel about the high school thing, but anyway, I'd wager a bet that when it comes to elementary, middle school, he'd be like, "Yeah, get that shit out of there,
Yeah.
out of school libraries." I am anti censorship. I did end up clarifying this yesterday, but I know some people want further clarification. I mentioned the prostitution laws because I do find it ironic that it's illegal to pay a prostitute to sleep with you, but if you were to film it and call her an actress and pay for that, it's legal. That wasn't me saying I think censorship is the solution or that all porn should be illegal. So she's finally clarifying that the porn should be illegal aspect. And the thing is, I don't know why she felt the need initially, because that this is from when she first started Crash Out, to bring up the prostitution aspect. For one, prostitution isn't illegal everywhere. So that's not even everywhere in the US. So I just think that's a bad one to jump to. It's like, hey, prostitution's illegal. But porn isn't. Well, no, prostitution's legal in Carson City. It's legal in I think Vegas, so it's legal in Nevada. I think there's other states it's legal in as well. I could be wrong, but I think it's legal in certain parts like New York, California. Now, should it be? Look, fair enough. That's a conversation to have. But the comparison between pornography and prostitution, I don't even think it's a very good comparison.
Yeah, no, it's not. Well, then it also raises the question, like, right, is hentai okay? The women aren't real.
That's true. When it comes to the banning of porn, do you only do it with real actors and actresses, real people? Do drawings count? I mean, if somebody goes into the booth and makes the sexual sound effects, or is it just anything that stimulates you? Because let's be real, like you said earlier, motherfuckers be gooning. Motherfuckers got some weird ass fetishes, dude. There's people that for goddamn certain beat their meat to some foot shots and like the Hoyoverse stuff.
Yeah. Or you just whispering into a microphone could be considered something hot by some people. Like you can't umbrella the entire thing. You hit a point where it's like, okay, this is okay, but this isn't. But you can't really say all porn should be illegal because there is no real definition in that regard. Then if you're going to say everything under the sun that turns a person on should be illegal, you have effectively taken everything out.
Right. And one of the things that, like, now how do I want to phrase this? So I want to make sure I get it right. When dictating what is and isn't porn, I pretty much take the hard stance that you've got, like, there's got to be some physical insertion there. There's got to be some physical insertion. That being said, some dude might not cream to that physical insertion. He wants them pictures of feet. Man, if you're going to start applying that to porn, if you're going to be like, hey, Hollow Live is technically considered porn because people beat their meat to it. By that logic, everything is porn. By that logic, literally everything is porn. And we'd have to admit that Melanie Mack was correct in calling Last Remnant 2 or whatever it was porn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't call everything fucking porn.
That is true. I don't know. I feel like she's 2 steps away from saying women should wear a hijab.
And while that's not true, while women shouldn't wear a hijab, they should shut the fuck up and know their place. All right. She then says, I do think porn, specifically involving IRL people, can be really predatory and exploitative. And while I do find drawn porn sinful, I don't view it in the exact same way. Now, again, I agree with her there. I do. I agree with her there. This is why I was referring to about things not always being so black and white, but to me. But I am a Christian, so yes, I do believe porn is sinful. And mind you, a lot of shit's fucking sinful. But go on.
I have a crazy thought that just will not go away. And I mean, no disrespect to Strob or Rev, right? But I really, really wonder if she caught Rev looking at porn. No, I'm dead serious. Like, again, this is no disrespect.
I know. I hadn't even considered that. That crazy projection never entered my mind, and so I was like, that was fucking funny.
I know that'll make it. I think it could potentially make her very upset that I pointed this out, but I just feel like because of how angry she got and how how she reacted, this is the first thing that came to mind when you pointed this out, and it hasn't gone away. It's only gotten worse.
So when I was shit, this is back. This has probably been 12, 13 years ago. It was back when I was with my first wife. My band was wanting to cover a song. The song was called "I Like You So Much Better When You're Naked." And I need to learn the song. I need to learn the lyrics. I need to learn the guitar part, the whole nine. So I Googled "I Like You When You're Naked" because I got the name of the song wrong because I'd never heard it because it was like our drummer's idea or something. And so I was in my search history. And so one morning before going to work, my at the time wife gets up super early and changes the background of my computer to the image of like Fry, the being the not sure if meme from back in the day. If you remember those, not sure if blank or blank. And she's like, not sure if computer's slow because porn or, there's something. And so I call her. I was like, what's up with that? That's weird. And she's like, I saw your search history. I like you better when you're naked. Who was that? And I was like, the song that the band wants to cover by, I don't even remember the name of the band, but yeah, so that was, you're right. Women search for that shit. Women do search for that shit. You might be onto something. I'd never considered that.
Yeah.
And for more clarification, I've always been under the impression that Lolly was not inherently sexual. It's a petite fictional body type.
Oh my God.
You got thoughts?
Why on earth do you think people are so angry over Lolly?
Well, we'll certainly talk about that because look, Lolly is not inherently sexual. These are my thoughts. These are my opinion. I've said over and over, and I'll continue to say it, and I don't care. Lolly is not sexual. It is a fictional.
Yes.
It's a body type. It's an art type, whatnot. Now, there is absolutely sexual Lolly stuff, and I find people into that fucking weird. But no, it is not inherently a sexual thing.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Do I like Lolly? Not at all. In fact, I wish they would stop putting it in harem anime, but that's my personal preference. It's just I don't know. Again, this goes back to what I said earlier. I feel like she should have taken a minute and thought about what she wrote.
So that seems to be what she's doing with this post. It is definitely more well thought out. But I was referring to lolicon specifically in an NSFW porn context, so maybe there was some confusion there for some people. Now, here's the part where I agree with her and I agree with Katie, because like you were saying earlier, two things can be true. Now, that is how I differentiate between the sexual shit and the non-sexual shit. I say lolly when it's normal. I say lolicon when it's like the pornographic weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when Katie said most of your fan base are lolicons, I don't think Katie meant that in they're into lolly porn kind of ways. I think Katie was just using it a different way than Strob uses it, because I actually do denote it the same way that Strob does. I used to use lolicon specifically for the porn shit.
I mean, like, does femboy fall under lolly in a sense?
No. Well, for one, femboy would be the opposite.
A feminine male.
Yeah, feminine male. So like it wouldn't be. I think it's like dojin or something. But anyway, I don't really know the proper terminology on that, so I can't say specifically. And no, lolly. Like real quick,
which one?
Hold on, where do you go? Here, Crazy Goober. Lolicon is an enjoyer of lolly, and these are where we can get into the semantical differences between how the words are used and whatnot, because.
Oh, Shota. Okay.
Shota, yeah, not Dojin. Thank you, not Dojin. Shota. Anyway, because if you've got a lolly character, like what's her name from Cyberpunk Edge Runners, there's nothing fucking pornographic about liking that character. There's nothing inherently sexual about liking that character, right? Like, there's a reason Studio Trigger, there's that famous article, fought to keep her in the anime because Netflix wanted the character cut out because she was a lolly. Like, no, she was just a small, petite character.
Right. Okay, I gotcha.
No, a lot of their fans aren't a lolly in SFW for sure. Rev and Strob in the past. But okay, so maybe Katie did mean it in the sexual way. I'm not entirely sure. All I'm saying is I don't know what way Katie meant it.
I don't know. I feel like she's attacking her fan base.
Hayden said no, femboy is not lolly. Lotion is an enjoyer of lolly, sexual or not. Lolly is the character. Yeah, and I don't know what he means by lotion. I think he meant lolicon. But But yes, Lolly is the character type, and that's the distinction point that I'm trying to make. Lolly is just a design type. That's what it is.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Lolicon, he specified it. When I said lolicon, porn, or any porn for that matter is bad, I'm speaking about it from a Christian perspective because it is a Christian belief that all porn is bad, but that is not a call for censorship or harassment over these things. People have a right to choose these things for themselves. I want to make that clear. I said it before many times, I'll say it again. It isn't child sexual exploitation material, and I'm not calling anyone a pedo over this. Now, two things can be true once again. You can find lolly fucking like lolly porn, lolicon, whatever it is. You can find that shit gross and weird. I do, but it's also not pedophilia because the drawings is not fucking real.
Yeah, that's fair. And aren't they typically adults anyway?
I don't know. I don't engage in that sort of shit. Like there's obviously the thing like the 3,000-year-old dragon person who looks young because they're drawn like a lolly. So like that stereotype's there. But whether it is or isn't, I think is irrelevant. The point is, it's a drawing. It's not real. Therefore, it can't commit fucking crimes or be involved in crimes.
Right.
It can still be gross, weird, degenerate, and should be shamed. But that the word pedophilia, that exists for a reason. We should not take words like that lightly.
Yeah.
All right. This doesn't mean I'm trying to hate you. Don't look at you as less than. I'm certainly not perfect, as you have surely seen. Oh, trust us, honey. And if you aren't a Christian, I honestly don't expect you to agree with me anyway. We can agree to disagree if you don't like my position of porn being sinful, but my position on it is firm. Well, the thing is, we didn't fucking know your position because you're so goddamn bad at articulating it.
No, because she stated it before. She stated it several times, in fact.
No, but people were asking, hey, does that mean you want it banned or whatnot? Or does that mean you want laws around it? So that was the point that people didn't know, and she wouldn't fucking specify.
Okay, I got you.
This is the last paragraph. Some people made some claims about, would you want me jailed for watching porn, etc. My honest answer is no, of course I wouldn't. If I'm also being honest, I do not personally see how we could have a ban on porn in the first place. It certainly feels like a Pandora's box that cannot be closed once it's been opened, and I would honestly worry about the type of government that would be able to do these things and where else it could lead to as well. That is all correct.
That was what I was trying to say earlier. She actually voiced my concerns, which is I really don't think people should say, okay, hey, the government should step in and do this, because they will think, hey, this is what people are wanting and we need this excuse anyway, especially since they're in our entertainment and they, like I said, are going the Puritan route. They will probably be like, oh, so we should definitely go this route. And no, I don't think so.
And then she ends it with, but I also want to be honest and say that I'm not a scholar or lawmaker. I don't have all the answers to everything, and sometimes I genuinely see multiple sides to something, and it's hard for me to give a black and white, crystal clear answer, especially on X. So I'm not calling that shit Twitter. So that is all of it. That's the final response. What do you think?
I don't think I'm gonna say anything I haven't said already. Is that I
mean, like, do you think it was a good final response? Because I asked you at the beginning what you thought of her response.
I like the end more than the start. I don't feel it's an actual apology. I feel like she did state her point a lot more clearly. But as far as like an apology, I feel like she could have done better. However, do I think she should rewrite it? No. Like it's already out there. I don't think she needs to expound any further. She should just leave it where it's at. It's at this point best to just let it blow over. But do I think it's a good apology? Not really.
I think you and I are pretty much in the same boat. Like there's always a statement of, don't apologize unless you really feel like you should be apologizing. Don't just apologize to bend the knee or placate the mob. No, and I don't think that's what she was doing. I think that she actually did have like, hey, I want to get my thoughts out on this absolutely clearly. So I don't think doing it was necessarily bending the knee. But also, if you are going to apologize, if you do think you were wrong, if you do want to explain further, I think the apology part of that, even if I believe you are remorseful or sorry, pretty fucking weak, and a couple of it sounded pretty performative. So that's my overall thoughts on it. I just thought it was so fucking funny to wake up today to this absolute shitstorm because, like, again, I watch Rev stuff. I don't watch Strob. I don't follow Strob. I've made it very clear. Only VTubers I watch are you, Leaflet, and occasionally I recently watched Amalgamite quite a bit. She's pretty great. And then Hypno.
Okay.
Think
I
that's
think he would.
about it.
I think he'd beat your ass if you call him a VTuber. Even
Hypno
though
does not like being called a VTuber, but again, words have
he
meaning.
technically
And he
is.
is a VTuber. Whether he likes it or not, Hypno's a VTuber.
Yeah. No, I don't dislike either. I follow Rev. I don't really follow Strob because I'm not really into ASMR. I think I would do a polite follow more than anything, but I wouldn't consume her content. But no, they seem like nice
Oh,
people.
and Nux, by the way. Nux, obviously.
Oh, okay.
I watch Nux. So yeah, you, Leaflet, Hypno, Nux, and I've started watching Amalgamite. I quite enjoy her.
I'll have to look into her. I've never heard of her before.
She's super cool. She's around the same size as us. Her and I follow each other on X. We've rated each other a few times, and I was reviewing one of her videos yesterday, and she was in chat, and we were talking about it. She is ultra mega Chad based. She hates women, I think, more than us. Maybe not, but she's getting close. It was a lot of fun. You should check out Amalgamite. She's awesome.
Send me
I don't
link
watch
later.
Kersha, Michael Doberman. I like Kersha. I respect Kersha. I watch her clips on X, but she doesn't really do like the 20 to 30, sometimes 40-minute videos. She just leaves her shit up there that's like hours long. I don't watch live streams unless they are live. I don't go back and watch live streams because the fun part of the live stream is being invested in the chat and talking to everybody. So if they'll do clips from live streams, like what Nux does, like what Hypno does, I watch those, but I don't watch a full live stream unless I can catch it live.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh yeah, Mama Akko too. Yeah, or Mizu Tamari.
Okay. I love Mama. I watch Mama when I can. The problem is me and Mama are oftentimes streaming over each other, so I don't get to watch Mama very often. But I love the hell out of Mama Akko. But yeah, I don't get to watch Mama very often. Because, like, pretty sure Akko's streaming right now, for example.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go over some of these super chats real quick. I think this is where we lay right here. British Black Man for a 2-banger. Happy birthday for tomorrow, City. Hope you have a great day.
Oh, that's odd. Never do that again.
I was trying to do a British Black Man, but nothing in there really sounded British. Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday for tomorrow. Sinay. Sinay.
Oh goodness.
Shout out, thank you. And then the British Black Man came in with 5 gifted Words of Paradise memberships. You absolute fucking legend. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and just get a clip just for those two because those some good dono amounts. Since we talked about Hypno, since we talked about porn, I think this one checks out.
I'm on HIV medication and I want Leon to rail me.
At least he knows I'm a top. Elmer Vought for a 2-banger. Hey, baby. Accept the friend request later. Thanks, man. Thanks. Carlos Batista for a 2-banger. Excited for Shin Godzilla 2, Leon. Absolutely. I am a huge Godzilla fan. Godzilla is it's not my holy trinity, but it is a top 10, maybe even top 5 IP of all time. I love Godzilla. I think Shin Godzilla was incredibly slept on. I know people love Godzilla -1, and I do as well. I love Godzilla -1. I got to go to a special closed event for that a month before it released in theaters. I love Godzilla so much. That being said, I think because of how much people love Godzilla -1, Shin Godzilla is really slept on.
I've watched Shin Godzilla 15 times.
Really?
Yeah. But I've fallen asleep to it because I really enjoy that movie.
It is a fantastic movie. Trauma Tuna for a 10-banger. Rev stated that all this was happening while she was moderating his live stream, and she was the only moderator. I cut her slack, but as he covered, Strob didn't handle this very well as Rev. And I didn't read. I saw this come in, but I didn't want to read this super chat specifically until we got to Strob's response because I didn't want Cindy to know this part. But yes, no, that's we did get that. So thank you very much for appreciating Trauma Tuna.
I don't feel that negates my question on whether or not she caught Rev looking at porn, because that could be like a leftover simmering anger that she's just unleashing right then and there. You know what I mean? And then like hearing something in particular,
I do wonder,
set her
man.
off.
Like, it's such a weird thing to just post out of the blue. Just post out of the blue. It's like, hey, by the way, porn is awful. Porn is immoral. Yeah, you're Christian. We figured you'd figure that.
Yeah.
All right. Elmer Vought for a 2-banger. You know who else is born again recent? Quartering. Don't worry. We're about to move to the quartering stuff. We're doing the super chats, then we're going to move to the quartering stuff. The British Black Man, personally, the only thing I block, if I could, is the English channel for, reasons. She's still holding that grudge. Gal Kedramon for a 2-banger. I love Anger Cinny. Yeah, Angry Cinny is best Cinny. Let's play a clip for some of y'all. Look, this clip is kind of pornographic. Strob probably wouldn't like it, but this is for you guys.
The government can suck it.
Shout out. Thank you so much, guys. Hayden Wayne coming in with a fucking 50-banger. Strob just had a woman moment. She freaked out.
Indeed.
She and Rev... Yes, indeed. She and Rev aren't for censoring anything, and nothing pointed that direction besides the replies. She's anti-porn, but doesn't think it should be censored. She just didn't clarify. It's a whole mess. And
Oh, yeah.
largely, I do agree with this, but boy, is VTuber drama fun to cover, man. And this was blatantly drama.
You got to also understand, Hayden, I may stream on side scrollers with them, but I've never talked with them. I don't know anything about them. I came into this like completely blind, so I knew nothing of what to expect.
Yeah, you were learning about this in real time as I was reading you these tweets and shit.
Yeah, I'm literally giving my thoughts as I'm having them.
Again, Hayden, thank you so much for the 50-banger. Y'all know what a 50-banger gives, man. 50-banger, we do some straight up horsecock.
Horse semen's great.
I'm digging horsecock.
Is your cock a horse cock? You will never hear me saying nay. Ooh, as I make more.
My favorite stallion I keep in my top drawer kinda goes hard though.
Cause there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock and eat horse.
I don't know how we're going to ever top horsecock.
Sevi was streaming earlier, and she found the quote-unquote Leon horse, a very regal, legendary ginger horse. Oh yeah, I need to find a way to add that to that clip. We need some horse cock and crimson desert energy going on.
You know, don't you have a throne? You guys should gift Leon more horse objects.
I don't have a throne, actually. I don't think that people probably won't purchase stuff for male content creators like they do hot female ones. So I don't think there's a point in me ever setting up a throne. Ultra tabletop RPG with a 2-banger. Relapse and grab your bongos for a bit, Cinny. Oh, it's gonna get better. We still got the quartering stuff to go over. Trauma tune-up for a trauma tune-up for a 2-banger. Is porn moral to begin with? No, it is not. Now, mind you, a lot of shit we do ain't moral. I got no compunction about that. I don't want to be like selective or cherry picking it and whatnot. Like the Bible says, hey, don't wear clothes of different matching, mismatching materials, right? If you can wear cotton, your top and bottom both better be cotton. Does the Bible actually give a fuck about that? Or does God actually give a fuck about that? Or do people give a fuck about it if they're Christians nowadays? Not really. In fact, that's why you've got the whole, the famous philosophical concept of does God care about the ox? But we're not going to get into that on this stream. But no, it's not moral to begin with. Hayden, what?
No, just Demon's most recent. Super.
Hayden Wayne with a 10-banger. Censorship from children is different than the concept of censorship in the colloquial context. Some try to take advantage of that, but censorship of a whole is generally referred to as society, not kids. And while I do agree, while I agree, and you specifically said, from a colloquial context, yes. However, if you've got people that are diehard at anti-censorship, they ride that anti-censorship that horse, it's very easy to get a gotcha on them. Like, let's say you're having a debate or whatnot. When they're able to pull out, like, well, then, if you're anti-censorship, why don't you want genderqueer in schools? And then you have to backtrack, you have to backpedal. It's very easy out the gate to just be like, no, I am pro-censorship in certain respects. In most of them, I'm very anti-censorship. It's all right to sit at both tables or pick from the buffet, Ultra tabletop RPGer, the couple that comes together stays together. Yes, both couples have to come. That is very true. Or not both couples, both people in the couple. Both couples would imply we're in some quartering ship. We're not covering that yet.
The fuck? You know what? Go ahead.
Are you familiar with who the quartering is?
No. I've seen a couple of his posts before, but that's about it.
Chat. Cindy doesn't know the quartering.
Why does that
Tonight-
sound so damn ominous?
Tonight's gonna be so fucking good. Women do make the best archaeologists after all. After all, always digging into the past. Yup. True. Elmer Buffer, 10 banger. Always fixate on porn, but not other sins. Major sins such as idolatry, murder, adultery, theft, false witness, misusing God's name, and drunkenness. Looking at you, Melanie, defending quartering. I see a lot of folks really ready for us to get onto the quartering talk. A lot of these super chats seem to be about the quartering. She doesn't know the quarter pounder, the claw cuck. Yeah, we'll get to it. Garrett Targaryen for a 5 banger. I thought YouTubers, my thoughts on YouTubers' talks on porn. Look, porn or lust is sinful, but if you're a Christian, you don't go around judging other sins, unless you be judged for. Well, no. Wrong. Yes, Christians are supposed to judge. Christians are. I'm so tired of this. Christians are absolutely supposed to judge. I don't know where people get this idea that they're not supposed to. First of all, everyone judges. It's part of our biological necessity. We judge things. That's how we make decisions, is based on judging outcomes. But if you're a Christian, you need to make judgments to know whether or not XYZ thing is in the best interest of living a as sin-free as possible life. We're supposed to judge other people. We're the thing that people misunderstand. Our judgment is just not supposed to be the end-all, be-all judgment. That's up to God. But yes, Christians are supposed to judge. Yeah, discernment is necessary. Thank you, Stronos. Yeah, we just can't be the final judge. Razor off for the 2 banger. Checking for a black British man. What?
For fab.
Right, but checking what?
I have no. Oh, because somebody asked if they could send supers. I think I saw somebody say SC.
Ah, okay. Retromeister for a 10 banger. Dogbert once said, "There are some things that you're not meant to know," and would add to that quote, "Social media drama is toxic bullshit and is internet blood sport if started." And I love it. I fucking love it. This was the 1950s, and we were all like in the salon with the little things on our heads. Be doing the same thing back then. But I like the modern day version of it now because we get to talk about anime cartoon characters on screens that give opinions in real time, and the drama be about that instead of like, did so and so cheat on the person with the white picket fence? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but back in the day, men would quote unquote not gossip, so they would see that as a feminine sport.
I know they would, and I don't care. Gossiping is so much fucking fun. I fully admit it. Look, I try to be a paragon of masculinity, but I will also admit gossiping is so much fucking fun. It is. All right, let's play a clip for something. We have to play a clip in a minute. You know what? Let's do this one. I will come anywhere you want me to come.
All over his backside run!
I want to fuck you in the ass right now. Thank you. It's nice to get some appreciation around here.
Black British man, men solve problems, women create them. Women are never happy unless there's a problem to complain about, and I don't mind saying that as a female myself.
Right?
Any argument, Cindy? Because I agree with this completely.
No, I completely agree.
Women love problems because women are good at being the fucking problem.
Yes. That's part of our charm, right? You guys like to save the damsel in distress, and we constantly put ourselves in distress.
That Darn Otaku says, "Leon, it's not much, but I want to support you, buddy." Well, thank you. Never do anything outside your means. I appreciate it. You guys are legends. I have the greatest job in the world because of you, but and I will never care whether it is or isn't much or anything like that. And no, but I appreciate it, and don't ever do anything outside your means. Thank you so much for the 2 banger, Otaku. Zevin Cross for a 20 banger. For me, at the end of the day, as long as it's fiction, I don't give a fuck. If people want to go into that stuff, people need to stop giving human rights to fictional characters again. And no, I agree with this completely. Now, again, I think that it's people should be shamed for having weird ass fetishes, like, you know, beating their meat to cartoon characters like 6-year-olds. I think they should be shamed for it. I don't think it should be illegal in any way, shape, or form. I don't consider it actual pedophilia. So no, I agree with you. But I think shame is an important thing. And mind you, I think foot dudes should be shamed. Why the fuck you beating your meat over a toe? That's That's weird, dude. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Some guys are into
banger, homie.
some wild shit.
Trauma Tuna with a 5-banger. Cindy, 1 in 3 men have admitted to viewing porn. So to answer the question, quite possible yes, but we don't know for certain.
Yeah.
You have Omega for a 2-banger. If porn must be censored, Leon has to wear a mask. So my face you want that much?
Dang, Omega. That's gay as hell.
Yeah, I'll take it as a compliment.
No, well, yeah, it's a compliment, but still gay as hell. I'm here for it.
Sir Noble for a 2-banger. I think the Rev backlash is PTSD from Melanie Mack. Man, that was so much more fun. I mean, the Rev stuff was just funny for a night. The Melanie Mack stuff was the gift that kept on giving for like 3 months. Demon Carol for a 5-banger. Hey, Cindy, can you pass us Leon's address? I got gift ideas.
That's what made me laugh. No, I would never do that to you.
You better goddamn not. Crovax for a 5-banger. Marge, have you read the thing all the way through? Technically, we weren't allowed to go to the bathroom. Simpsons, Reverend Lovejoy. Technically, we're not allowed to go to the bathroom. Okay, I don't remember that line from The Simpsons, but no, I get the joke. Thank you, Crow. I appreciate that. Gout Carry Mon with 760, which is a very specific number. Past tier 3. I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone. The spin wheel movies you can put. I hope he's not gone. Was it supposed to be Nemesis Blue? I mean, it looks like this looks like it should be the word Nemesis.
I will look it up.
I
you do your thing.
And if I get Serranos or if Daxnar's here, someone to do a count, just to double check his math.
It's actually called Emesis Blue.
Oh, it is Emesis Blue. Okay. All right, sounds good.
It's a fan. Oh yeah, it's a fan film.
Okay. And Doberman for a 5-banger. I built a fence for an elderly couple yesterday while listening to the Kino going over Jeremy's sins. Looked like a crazy person for all the laughter. Oh, baby. I can't wait. This is...
Jeremy?
Jeremy is TheQuartering. That's his real name.
Oh, okay.
So...
I don't know Kino either.
Kino Casino. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into all of it. Real quick, let me play one more clip for you guys. And then we'll do it. Serrano says we're at 276.67. Yeah, I'm not sure where he got the 300 number. But I appreciate you. And yeah, we'll just do a double check. So yeah, we're still at 25 in tier 3, which is a-okay. We still got all night. All right, this is for you guys. Thank you so much.
Call it whatever, but if I made $1 for each time I made a racist joke, I would actually have $0. Cause I'm not joking.
Based? Based? Hello?
Alrighty. There it is. Now we get on to the good stuff. I don't even know where to start. So let's start here. So there's Kino Casino YouTube channel terminated amid feud with TheQuartering. Now let me see. You say you don't know TheQuartering. Let me pull up an image of him real quick and see if you recognize. Well, right here. So this is TheQuartering. It's Kino Casino. You're not familiar with that guy's face?
No, I was gonna actually make a joke that he ate his atheism away.
You've never watched this guy's content?
All
right, hold on.
It does. Do you think that $50 billion in shoplifting doesn't get baked back into the prices?
So you're not familiar at all?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like I said, I've seen a couple of his posts online, but I kind of scroll past him usually.
Quick version of just his background. He is from like a back in the day YouTuber. We're talking like, the first Trump administration. He did, anti-woke content before it was called anti-woke back then, right? Well, actually, he was doing something before then. It was all about Match the Gathering. That's where I know him from. Anyway,
I was never on YouTube back then.
Gotcha. Well, he's still going. He's still got decently sized channels, still gets decent numbers. But he just got obsessively into the numbers, Rumble, his own coffee company. He used to make his living making fun of lol cows. Then he became the very lol cow that he was, that he was making fun of. So now you got this channel called Kino Casino that pops up, and their whole shtick is roasting lol cows. And he is their primo target, and they roast the fuck out of him. I mean, it is brutal. It comes to light that he may or may not have a criminal, an ex-criminal bull that fucks his wife. He might be a cuck. And so they bring that up on the show, and they start roasting him for that. He also does weird things, like hires women as his co-hosts, including Hannah Claire Brimlow from Tim
I don't know
Cass
who that is.
and Melanie Mack.
Okay.
So when Goonergate went down, I'm sure you remember Goonergate though. Last year, when there was this big split in the anti-woke YouTube space between the real conservative Christian types who thought that sexualization in video games was basically the fucking devil.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And
Melanie Mack was kind of leading the charge on that for a bit.
Right. He took Melanie Mack's side and basically became her biggest fucking simp.
Oh, gosh.
And she made him his co-host. And she is still his co-host to this day.
No, see, that's an excellent point of how women got into positions of power. They find all these cucks that are like, yeah, we agree. And then, they usually fuck everything up for everybody else.
So Exhibit A from Melanie Mack yesterday. TheQuartering is the realest friend I've ever made in this space. It's no coincidence that after he gave his life to Christ, the attacks and lies on him have increased rapidly. Satan is the accuser, is working through some filthy roaches.
Oh my gosh.
So Kino Casino, they have made it their fucking mission to just eviscerate TheQuartering because he is he's a loser. And sometimes it can be funny. Sometimes it can be funny. Now, I've only tangentially kept up with it, a little here, a little there, but I really didn't know much what was going on aside from these guys were roasting him. But then the drama escalated to the point where he was basically saying, TheQuartering was saying, he is going to get their channels removed. He was contacting the owners of Kiwi Farms. He was basically saying he's going to get his partner manager at YouTube involved. He's going to make sure that their channels are removed from YouTube. Well, today, early this morning, their second channel, their Clips channel, is removed from YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
So it's one thing for creators to be beefing. It's another thing to actually go through and try and ruin them, to get them removed from the platform. False flags, all. TheQuartering is not fucking Melanie. She has the ick. No one's saying whether she is or isn't. I don't fucking care one way or the other. Anyway, the point is, TheQuartering swears up and down, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Motherfucker, yesterday you were saying you're going to get their channel taken down. What are the odds that today it gets taken down after you say that yesterday?
If they find proof of that, can they not sue him?
Well, the funny is, who knows? There might be lawsuits going on in this, and we're gonna scroll through because this is massively trending. And now everyone's getting involved. Brittany Venti's getting involved. If you remember, do you remember Brittany Venti?
Mm-mm.
All right. Did you watch my video covering that that dumbass anime turned men into gooners article?
If I did, I don't remember.
Okay. Point is, she's a worthless loser nobody. Always has been. If I pull up a picture of her, you probably recognize her. She's like the dumb hoe that did blackface on Halloween this past year because attempting to be edgy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Even she is coming in with the correct take of, wow, this guy sucks. Talking about TheQuartering. Because they've got a history of doing content together and stuff.
Oh,
but anyway,
my.
Kino Casino YouTube channel terminated amid feud with TheQuartering. The popular channel, with clipped moments from their show and PvP and Andy Worski's live show, was abruptly shut down late April 10th, 2026 for alleged terms of service violations like ban evasion. Triple P accused TheQuartering of mass reporting after the creator's public April 6th warning to get to target their platforms over personal attacks on his family and friends. Andy Worski said his own channel also went unavailable, calling it a false flag, while the show shifted to Kick amid the backlash from both sides, the heated creator feud. Now we're going to go through what Andy Worski, one of the producers on the show, is saying. But before we do, it's worth noting, because you asked, is there any proof that he did this? So he tried to show proof that it wasn't him by showing his report, his report history on YouTube. The quartering's like, no, look, you can see my report history. I've never reported them. And at first I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. He's showing the proof. Then everybody in the chat, because we were covering this yesterday or the day before, or whatever, everyone's like, Leon, he's got minimum 6 accounts. I was like, oh, so if he's only showing off the one account being like, I didn't report you.
What about the others?
What about
What
the
about
others?
the other 5? Yeah.
Uh-huh. So this is basically what's being alleged right now.
Hey everyone, as you all probably seen, the Kino Casino clip channel was flagged down by TheQuartering. He's actually bragging about it right now by showing cards on his main Twitter page. And we weren't banned off of YouTube. We weren't ban evading. I was unbanned. I tweeted about this 3 days ago, and I put the link.
By the way, that's another interesting point. So this guy's personal channel, Worski, the producer, he was banned on YouTube for a short period of time. He got unbanned. TheQuartering kept claiming that by him having this second show and being part of the Kino Casino show and streaming, this was ban evasion. So TheQuartering's out there lying, because if you've been banned on YouTube, you can't come back with a second channel. Like that's
right.
That's against the rules. So TheQuartering is basically trying to say this guy's ban he's ban evading, take the channel that's making fun of me down, even though he was unbanned.
Ah, interesting.
So he's lying about that. Basically, he's up Say Spaghetti that they're making fun of him, so he is taking down their channels.
Well, someone just sent me a little tweet there, and I checked the link. Not even terminated, just it's not appearing now. Okay, so he flagged or got this removed. My Andy Worski channel that was unbanned 6 months ago got that banned, and the Kino Casino clip channel, even though we were unbanned. Everyone, could you @Team YouTube for us and let them know that this is ridiculous and that we are appealing this? Obviously, we're gonna be on Kick here. I'm actually a minute late for starting the show, so yeah, guys, we'll see you all on Kick.
Wow, what a gross abuse of power.
Yeah, exactly. What are the fucking odds that he goes on this public tirade exposing DMs and everything about saying we're getting this channel taken down, and then it's down the next day?
Yeah.
And he's still trying to be like, it wasn't me. Bro, the Shaggy line ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Triple B, his Triple P, Worski's co-host. Sure, to his word, quoting flat down our entire clip channel for ban evasion. He really is the most pathetic worm you could possibly imagine. Free speech, warriors my ass. Our channel is under attack. Now, the whole our channel's under attack thing, that's a meme, right?
Chat was explaining that Quartering uses it at least once a month.
All the time. Anytime Quartering's views dip even a little bit, he makes these massive my channel is under attack videos. Basically saying YouTube is censoring him. YouTube's keeping him from, being able to reach everybody, this, that, and the other. In fact, he posted this just a few hours ago. If you're looking for a platform that will support free speech, there's no better place than Rumble. I've never had an issue on the platform in my 4 years. I'm so thankful they support free speech. After getting Kino Casino taken down.
That's wild. Oh my gosh.
Bro.
Now I see why you guys are making fun of him all the time. What a fucking idiot.
First will be your this is one of the things he said. This is from April 5th. First will be your YouTube, which is in violation of ban evasion. Easy takedown. Next will be your Kick. I literally begged you two to be reasonable. I tried everything. You chose this. All I wanted was to let you guys dunk on me.
That's blackmail. Oh man, he doesn't realize the shit he's under.
The blackmail is the bull that's banging his wife.
Oh my goodness.
I have my moments. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Did he get a Camelot raid? Shout out.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Cam, for the raid. Appreciate you, homie. We're talking about the same thing that you were talking about, that everyone's talking about, is the quartering stuff. Because and Cinny doesn't know. Cinny's learning all of this in real time. So shout out for the Cam raid. Appreciate you. Absolute legends. So let's see. We got some more of these. Now, Brittany Venti, former black woman, YouTube streams. Yeah, so she's this just asked me to follow her. But so she did a 4-hour stream on this, but then she wrote an article. Now, I've not read this article yet, but I really want to with you here.
All right. I'm gonna do the thing where I'm gonna pay attention to what the article says.
All right, let's do it. Using Christianity as a shield. Thanks for the sub, yo. The cuck crash out of a lifetime happened this past week with YouTuber and former free speech advocate TheQuartering, causing his chat to be raided with his famous quote, "How's your weekend?" in an uninteresting attempt to fill dead air. And then we got this. Yeah, he had his chat on subscriber only mode, by the way, so there was also that. This whole thing made me think on how Christianity has been used as a cover for corruption on the right for some time now, considering Jeremy Hambley is a recent convert. Whether it's Elijah Schaefer and Sarah Stock having an affair while telling others to repent to God, the quarter crash out with Jeremy Hambley from TheQuartering. Before we get to this, let's look back on Sarah Stock x Elijah Schaefer scandal. We don't need to do that. We'll skip to the quartering.
I actually know that one. I saw Leaflet cover a video on it from.
Oh, so you watched Leaflet's cover it, but not me.
No, she was talking about she was watching a channel called Homath.
Yeah, to be fair, I've watched Leaflet cover Homath as well. Yeah, the Elijah Schaefer stuff was fucking hilarious because I can't stand Elijah Schaefer. And yeah, so covering his downfall was fucking great. We did that a few weeks ago. Quartering's Christian grift. TheQuartering has a long history of many sins, including major lust towards every woman he talks to on stream, gluttony, and even sloth when it comes to his own not-so-creative content of reading headlines and having milquetoast takes that expired 4 years ago. Below is TheQuartering lusting after me, saying he wants my babies when his own wife was not given children by him. Let's take a quick listen.
Let me tell you this about Venti.
As much as the hoes do either.
I would give everything I had to have babies with that girl. Even though all my kids look like sharks, I'm in. So tell me about the other two types of.
Does your wife know? Does your wife know TheQuartering? We want to have it.
Oh yeah, I'm very open about it. She's cool with it.
Okay.
Well, that's because he's not actually fucking anyone else. It's his wife that's doing it. So he can say whatever he wants as long as he's not doing anything.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say on a live stream, bro.
Yeah, no, that's you know. I saw this yesterday with the Shy Lily stuff that Mystics Vegeta, I Will Never Forgive You For video that he had me react to. There's some things you take to the grave and never ever talk about, even if like Batman was torturing you.
But we got more.
Cool. I first heard about you when they had Brittany Venti on about 3 months ago. And the news was getting around that you'd been hit by a tranny.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to have sex with Brittany Venti, but yeah, a tranny did hit me. Also true.
Cool. I first heard.
What?
You're so fucking confused.
Yeah, yes. I mean, wouldn't you
be? Your mic is peaking again because you're so like.
Yeah. Wouldn't you be? Like confused, like that's
absolutely. By all means, yeah. This is some weird fucking shit, dude.
Oh,
he's a weird guy. Kino Casino recently brought to light how Jeremy keeps a Jewish bull called Adam around his own life. The Jewish bull. It was exposed recently that Adam has a long history.
Wait, hold on. Because this is not out of the realm of possibility. It's a human, right?
Do you not know what a bull is?
No.
I'm about to explain.
Oh, Lord help me.
To Sydney what a bull is.
Okay.
So sometimes a degenerate male with a penis that doesn't work properly needs to fulfill his disgusting, sinful, kinky, shameful acts another way, which is to watch another man plow his wife.
What?
The man plowing is the bull. The other person's the cuck. You know what a cuck is? Well, someone else has to be involved. The person plowing the wife is the bull.
Oh my gosh. How the fuck did he tell people that?
I can't believe you did not know what a bull was. I'm gonna be real.
Why would I know?
Because You're a degenerate anime fan on the internet. Just because you don't maybe like endorse the lifestyle doesn't mean you wouldn't
Don't
know.
watch cock anything. I know very little to nothing about it. What the fuck?
Anyway, so now that you got the context, wait, what?
Wait, he admitted to this on stream?
Leon, was Cindy homeschooled? That's a question. Were you? I don't think you were. Were you?
I told you guys the stories of high school. No.
I didn't think so. So now we're going to teach you. Don't worry. You're asking a lot of questions. Just learn and ask questions as they go, because we're about to talk about the Jewish bull.
Oh, Lord help me.
It was exposed recently that Adam has a long history of participating in swinging subreddits publicly. He also has a criminal record of domestic violence. Jeremy has mentioned this bull many times on stream, and the bull has been completely public with his name and username. Was it your bull? Maybe. Here's him posting in Discord. I'm coming over. And this isn't just fantasy. Dude is really about cucking dudes and being a bully of a bull. He made some cuck push his wife's head down while she was sucking his dick. One day, I thoroughly enjoyed your husband pushing her head down on my cot this weekend. Do I need to come there for some fun? Yeah, this is, even calls for the ham bull to bring his wife's breasts over to his house. This does not seem like Christian nor conservative marriage to me.
Adam, bro, bring your fucking wife's big old boobs and bring her over to our house. I want you to meet my German Shepherds. Adam knows. Adam has my number. He's super chatted. That's why he's a real G. Peanut Princess, I'm up in Oshkosh. We're all about beer and Delta 8. Yeah. Adam Sellers, it's 9:20. I think you could be to my house by 10. I want to see your wife's big old boobs at my house in the hot tub. Hot tub's toasty, ready for you, bud. And someone has to feed my German Shepherds. Okay.
I can't tell if you're muted or stunned.
Stunned. Stunned is the word. Who the fuck says things like, why? Honest. Oh my God.
You are learning so much tonight.
My brain hurts. I have a headache. How did this get worse than the Shy Lily poop soup story? How?
There's more. People are right to call this out. The quarter cuck has a very long history of taking money from his fans and blowing it on luxury items like an RC racetrack and a 50K Rolex, while also claiming he needs constant crowdfunding. It's Schrodinger's wallet. You never know if he's broke or flexing his wealth. He's riding the grift, if not only being a supposed free speech advocate, but now also being a Christian. And yet he refuses to actually repent or take accountability for actually show any intention of changing. The free speech advocate attempts to deplatform his competition. Jeremy Hambold recently tried to flex his connections in an attempt to scare and deplatform Kino Casino, who have long allogged him for oversharing and scamming his audience despite flexing his wealth. So, you contacted Eddie from Kick after publicly talking about taking Kino Casino's channels down and told Josh Moon you were going to take them out with your connections. I asked them kindly, in fact, basically begged them to consider leaving my wife, who is not an online person, out of it. It was a very reasonable request. They refused, and you clowns think you're some moral crusade. No decent human would act like they do. Fuck them. If I actually wanted to get them banned from YouTube, it'd be very easy. Ashton Parks, People's Populist Press has been banned multiple times on YouTube. It would be as simple as reporting the channel for ban evasion, which of course I haven't done and proved it. Now, here's the thing. He claims that people were messaging his wife. He's making and I'll say the same thing now I said on my Wednesday show or Thursday show, whatever fucking day it was I did the show. If there are people messaging his wife who is not an online personality whatsoever, that's of course bad. That's weird. That's dumb. That's gross. You don't take online beef into the real fucking world. You don't message people's wives. Alyssa Mercante should have never messaged Smash JT's wife. If people that are Kino Casino fans are messaging Quartering's wife, that's not good either. That being said, given his history, I don't know if that's actually true. I've seen zero proof.
I was just gonna say, no, it sounds more like he's been making sure she's getting said messages.
So Yeah, that's where we're at with the wife stuff. Here in direct messages with Kiwi Farms owner Josh Moon, the quartering flexes his supposed connections to try and scare Kino Casino from making jokes about Jeremy and his hypocritical lifestyle of grifting. Now, are you aware of what Kiwi Farms is?
Usually they make fun of people on there. My chat told me yesterday they dox everyone though.
Yeah, are you familiar with 4chan?
Kinda.
Like
I heard about it.
You know the history of 4chan, how it's basically just like how for a time it was basically the Mos Eisley of the internet, just a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Yes.
Kiwi Farms is like the modern day equivalent that's specifically for going after YouTube people or internet people in general. So they've tried to get it taken down multiple times. It won't work. Free speech. The UK has tried to bring down Kiwi Farms. Doesn't work. So we got these leaked text messages. This is the quartering in gray, and then we'll have Josh in blue. Josh, can we agree? I'd take the kick in YouTube. I take the blank kick in YouTube, right? I actually want to. They'd be deplatformed outside of D Live in a week. I don't want that. I just want to leave them for I just want them to leave my family alone. I don't care how many Jeremy is a cut videos they put out. Like, I have a non-Pajit YouTube rep. You know that, right? One phone call, gone. I've endured a lot with literally the tiniest requests. I actually think they have an incredible ceiling. They're hilarious. They just have to stay within the terms of service. They don't have many attempts left. They're amazing at this. The show is hilarious. I would literally be promoting it even if they made fun of me, but they don't understand the line. This isn't 2001. I don't know if you got any comments yet, or I should keep going. Did you mute yourself?
No.
Okay.
No. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. I had no choice. I hope that's true, to be honest, but their channel is basically a full-on terms of service violation. So, Josh, how so? I think most of it is probably within the lines. Well, okay, so how's a terms of service violation? But anyway, to be honest, I have no idea why that video got flagged. They reinstated. Maybe it was my buddy that it was, but it was public record, so that was odd. I've never seen a video get taken down so fast, so I have no idea what was even in it. That wasn't me.
I feel like he's backtracking.
He is. But Eddie over at Kick already added me, and if I want to, I could take down their channel. I really don't want to, but I begged them to be reasonable. I have zero interest in dealing with this shit. But if my wife gets one more call or text message, I'll burn it all down, and my viewers will support me. I don't know if you're married or with anyone. I still think your coffee review is one of the best, but when you're with someone, if not now, you'll know this is no option. The Kino Casino never called for Jeremy's wife to be harassed, but Jeremy blames them for his alleged harassment and says she's not an online figure, despite him being one of the one to heavily feature her on his channel and website.
The broadcasting that he does makes her technically an online figure. Everyone knows who the fuck she is.
Now, and I would actually still say, like,
I know you're right.
Yeah, but no, I can see your argument, but no, she really isn't. She stays out of his style. Like, she appears in streams now and again, but it's not like as a personality.
You got a bigot raid.
Huh?
Bigot
we got a bigot raid? Shout out to the bigot army. You'll love to see it. Appreciate you, bigot army. Y'all coming in hot tonight. And I appreciate it because you guys have completely filled the bar on the quartering takedown safety fund. So, it's just the quartering is known for grifting. I need to also make sure that he doesn't take my channel down. And you guys are a part of that. So thank you so much. No, what up, Hypno? All right. So we got this. We went over a lot of this stuff. Shoe on Head comes in. Threatening to deplatform a channel is like threatening to use a nuke in the world of the internet. Completely against the bro code. Every public figure is mocked and their personal lives gossiped about. I learn new lore about myself every day, but never threaten to destroy these people's lives. You need to apologize to the casino boys directly and just continue making content your fans want to see. Here's the dealio. On the list of bad things that have happened, they're calling the quartering a cuck and whatnot. Shoe's fucking nudes got leaked at one point. One of those is way fucking worse.
She did? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Who gives a shit if you're being called a cuck, especially if you actually are a cuck? And it seems like they've got some pretty fucking, at least decent evidence that homeboy is a goddamn cuck. He is such a fucking loser. He's making Brittany Venti look good here. Shu, on that second part, I will never apologize to those fucking losers who circulated Photoshop disgusting pictures of my wife. We're not 18 years old anymore. Pretty sure you wouldn't have apologized to those people spreading fake news of you, would you? Oh, maybe they were fake. I don't know. I bet they were at least partially real because when it happened, she had a base response. She came out and was like, I'm actually really bummed this happened because they weren't even my best ones. So that's why I think it was probably real, because that was Shu's response to the whole thing, which is like funny as fuck. I know it was a moment of weakness. I never followed through. I just got in my feelings once they brought my wife, who's not an internet person. No excuses, disengaging. He doesn't own up to anything. Gaslights about the Jewish bull that he keeps around his Christian marriage and that he openly cheats in, and even says he will not apologize for it, and for some reason inappropriately brings Shu on Head's sexuality into it. She's a political comedy YouTuber, and in fact doubles down in the recently deleted tweet. Of course, TheQuartering deleted it. Everything is fair game. No, it's the fuck not.
No.
Like, there are things that you don't do when it comes to internet beef. I have said this, taking down motherfuckers' channels is one of them. It did not matter how many egregious, awful, horrible things that, for example, Alyssa Mercante said about me. At no point ever blocked her, reported her channel, reported her ex, things to that effect. Like, in fact, when she got doxxed, made a whole long ass tweet that we're talking about how it shouldn't have happened. Needless to say, not everything is fair game.
It's like shooting the other guy in the face during a turn-based RPG. You can't do it just because he's beating you in the game and it's pissing you off. Oh my goodness.
And I do want to address this chat over on Kick, because I get what you're saying. If he feels like defending his wife is worth that, I have some respect for that. Him bitching out and not admitting it makes me think less, though. And here's the thing: if there was proof, if there's verifiable proof that his wife was who is not an online personality, was receiving weird messages, phone calls, the whole nine, I would agree with you. However, like Shu said, Kino Casino never called their audience to go after his wife. And B, we don't have any evidence of this. I'm not taking his word for it. If those two things were true, then I would agree.
I'm sorry, but if they're able to find them on Reddit and they know who his wife is, then it's not Kino Casino who blasted his wife all over the internet. It's
no. To be fair, it's the bull that did the blasting on the wife.
Can't use the same joke twice.
Keep going.
No,
the other one was a blackmail joke.
Oh my goodness.
You used the word blasting. Can't not make the joke. Anyway, go on.
Point is that if they didn't verbally or anything, like even on hint at it or post about it on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, then no, it's definitely not. It's not. Oh man, you just kind of made me lose my train of thought with that one.
Sorry. But what you're saying is that people are going to do whatever they want to do, regardless of what Kino Casino says or doesn't say.
Yeah, and it's bullshit to say, oh, it's Kino's fault. I don't know.
Well, now as it gets into the Christian aspect, because he's a recently converted Christian, it's evil to call this out. He is to be forgiven when he can't own up to what he does and continues to have melties, even calling them, including me on his stream, a whore for calling him out after he said he would disengage.
I'm just trying to be nice to everybody. This gets me in trouble
No,
online.
you're
apparently.
not. You're
Being nice to anyone,
lying
including women, is
motherfucker.
frowned upon. And those same dumbass whore women turn around and pretend like they weren't begging you for help, and then try to paint you as some sort of creeper. You can clip that. I'm just trying to be nice.
The dude's just weird. He's fucking weird. Jeremy, I don't want your ham babies. I'm acting a little female coded lately. Jeremy, I don't want your ham babies. I told him very clearly I was not interested in messaging him privately, considering how he denied reality, twisted things with Josh Moon. He proceeds to privately message me anyway. Why? He could have tweeted. I don't want him to have an opportunity to twist things. Since we're leaking DMs, Brittany Venti shared the whole thing. Not only did I reach out to you when you were going through a rough time, I apologize to you if you were offended. I've never been anything but kind to you. You did not tell me not to message you anywhere I saw. So I want to be able to...
that's common courtesy. I try not to reach out to people if I feel like, okay, oh my fucking God. If I have beef with this guy, I wouldn't message him privately. I'd keep it all out in the open. Why? Because I don't fucking trust you. Like, oh my gosh, keep it to your fucking self, you. Oh my goodness.
You cannot stop lying. And then, the beat was great. I don't want to have any DMs with you after what happened with Josh Moon recently. It's very dishonest because he was saying you never said not to DM you. Well, she said it right there publicly. Above, you can see, considering that he's not above lying and manipulating, I wasn't interested in giving the opportunity to twist things by engaging with him privately, especially after his gross comments about wanting to make ham babies with me. It'd be inappropriate. He continuously denies his what?
Yeah, him saying that in general, absolutely inappropriate. Don't ever fucking say that about a woman online ever.
It's so fucking like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
No, see, this is the bullshit, and why I had to ask. Are you sure it was an actual human and not an actual bull? Okay, because I cannot accept that is out of the realm of possibility with this weird fucking creep.
Thank you for the subscribe. I think your name was Joe. Just so you know. Thank you. I think it was like Joe Beef or something like that. Either way, thank you. I saw that. I just didn't want to cut Cindy off.
The fuck?
These people are all snakes lying to you. I've never been anything but kind of this woman. Now she's pretending nothing happened after clicks. I was the loudest voice defending her against deplatforming during the Eliza Blue situation, but I mean clicks. To be fair, I will give the TheQuartering credit here. The Eliza Blue situation was something he was on the correct side of, and yeah, that's fair.
What does that have? Okay.
But that was also like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't have any kind of relevance. Like, yeah, okay.
It does not.
You defended me at one point. If you're being an asshole, I'm gonna point it out.
Yeah, completely. All right, so he deletes a lot of his tweets. He's not above lying. I think not repenting or owning up to anything. I think it's actually a good thing to call this out and enable lying grifters, because at the end, it turns out a lot of people from both conservatism, which he is or isn't, depending on whether it's convenient for him, is covered by Casino, and Christianity, when it's just to get out of jail free card. I think holding him accountable is the right and Christian thing to do.
Oh my goodness.
Like, again, it's rough, man. It's so fucking rough.
If he told me, if he told anyone online, not necessarily just me, that he cracked a troon once, I'd believe it. Wouldn't even bat an eye.
I don't like anything about what you just said, but I've also said weird shit. So, all right, here we go. All the people that at one point or another supported him, all of them have abandoned him. Like Yellow Flash, false flagging scumbag. You become everything you hated. TheQuartering blocked you. They used to stream together all the time. TheQuartering and Yellow Flash were tight, dude. In fact, on an old channel I did, when they first beefed, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, they had a massive beef. I didn't even have a channel. Well, I did have a channel, but I only got like 2 or 3 videos on it. Like, it was a nothing channel. It had like 8 subs. I uploaded a video just like talking about the beef between the two and basically making it about Lofty Pixels, because Lofty was in the middle of the stream trying to like diffuse the situation between the two. And it was basically like a Lofty Pixels W video. That shit went like, it popped off. It did really well. Like we're talking thousands of views for an 8 sub channel. I got hundreds of subs from it. And it's like, so Flash TheQuartering have a history. And I was just thinking, it's like, wow, after all that happened back then, Lofty having to get in the middle, it's still, that wasn't enough. That wasn't what did it. This is what brought it. Love Lofty, man. Hope he comes back. Me too. I miss Lofty. I
see why he left.
Lofty.
Yes, please come back, Lofty. I never got to meet you, but I sure would love to.
Lofty was a legend, bro. Lofty was an absolute legend. But yeah, I think, kick Spoon, bring back Lofty. Agreed. Spoon sucks. Spoon's a faggot. Lofty's awesome. So, all right, we're at almost the 2-hour mark, which is almost time to extend the stream. I want to get through these super chats because I know you've got to go.
Yeah.
So let's see. Where do we leave off? Right here. Junebug with a 10-banger. From all the memes and doujinshi I see okay, hold on. From all the memes and doujinshi I see Lolly show tag. That was a lot of Japanese words all at once. I can kindly say it is not a body type thing, but an Alabama loving kind. Shouldn't be banned despite how gross it is. 2 things can be true, I guess. It could be a body type and there could be porn of it. Like, I don't know. But I appreciate the 10 banger. Thank you. You have Omega with the 2 banger. Jeremy Ham Sandwichly, aka Hamburgerly, aka Ham Cuckley. There's a lot. Thank you. Thomas Tyne for a 5 banger. I remember you didn't know who Worski was the other day. Yeah, he's part of the skeptic community and central figure in the internet blood sports stuff. I've learned about that since then. Yeah, we did the deep dive and I've learned a lot. El Mervot for a 2 banger. Check memes. Got the Mel meme with her. Wait, the one that got me banned? No way. Hold on. The meme that got me not banned, blocked. If you found that would be awesome because yes. All right.
Real quick, Vescarbino sent you 100 kicks over on Kick.
I don't know what that means, but that's awesome. Thank you very much. I don't know what 100 kicks is. I don't know what is that. Like, they do a super chat version? Is that their version of super chats? I'm still so
it's still. I think it's like $1 super chat.
Awesome. Thank you so much, homie. I truly appreciate it.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I don't care how much it is. I just didn't know if it was like their equivalent of a super chat. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like 100 kicks is, I didn't know what it meant. But no, thank you so much, Vescarbino. I appreciate that. I wish StreamYard integration showed stuff like that as well. Thank you.
Oh, that's
this is
weird.
what got Melanie Mac to block me.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That made me laugh.
Yeah. I thought this was lost to time. Thank you for finding it, Mervoff. I appreciate you. Good fucking times. Hayden Wayne with the 10 banger. To be fair, Kino was digging at his wife. I don't like him, but going after family members that aren't on the net is taking things pretty far. That said, he totally got Kino removed. Now, making fun of somebody's family is not the same, at least to me, as like contacting them and shit in real life. Bro, if like, who's a good example of this? Alyssa Mercante, she's a good example. She's an internet person. If she had a busted up, fugly ass girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, I'm going to make fun of that bitch or dude or whatever. Like, talking shit on people is fine. It's once you bring it into the real world, contacting their wives, their significant others, that's not okay. But just talking about them, no, I think that's completely within line.
Like there's a line that you don't cross. Like you don't threaten them, you don't actually reach out to them. Talking shit about them, I think, is fair. It's what happens. If you put any of your information on the internet, always expect somebody to talk shit about you. Like, period. So I don't
know. Demon Carol with a 2 banger. Song idea. Cindy doesn't know.
Oh no.
That's really good, Demon Carol. I like that. Cindy doesn't know, says Sky doesn't know. That's great.
Yeah, I've heard that song.
Rudoka, that you've heard? Didn't know what a bull was, but you've heard Scotty doesn't know?
Yeah, but I haven't seen the movie. Isn't that that's Eurotrip, right?
Yeah, Eurotrip. Yep.
Okay.
Rudoka, we hit this one with Cindy Homeschool. Thank you for that. True Asset Warriors and $1. Thank you so much. Trauma tune up for a 10 banger. Cindy is more naive than I give her credit for. Yeah, for such a big tittied anime dragon goddess woman, she doesn't seem to know a whole lot. I don't know if we need to teach her more or if we need to keep her pure. I'm mixed.
I don't know. I think you're having way too much fun breaking my brain.
I do enjoy that quite a bit. You're right. I do enjoy breaking your brain. Nacho Ninja, member for 6 months. Oh, sorry, member for 1 month. Nacho Ninja 6, member for 1 month. Cindy is why purpose to name our wild guild the Black Bulls. I thought you knew the joke. I think it means proposed, not purpose, but.
Oh my gosh. Oh
there it is.
No, Nacho.
Black British man for a 5 banger. Deep breaths, Cindy. Deep breaths. You can get through this. Stay with me. Try not to go into a coma. We don't want to see you in a padded cell either.
I wish I could unlearn things. If you give me enough time, I will forget.
Michael Doberman for a 2 banger. Spoon and Aiden burned every bridge. Anyways, yes, they did. Yes, they did. They are worthless. War Wizard 7, member for 6 months. Shout out. Thank you so much. Can't call a man a cuck without referencing the fact that the man is married. Not like they were insulting her directly. They were pointing out evidence. That's a good point. Good point. And for additional 2 banger, Pure Dragon Tid D's. You guys are legends. Thank you. Let's play you a clip This is for you.
I'm loving the game. The game would absolutely get a pretty high score from me.
How many bananas?
A solid 8.5 incher for sure.
That's I didn't what? No.
And then we'll do one more clip. Let me hit this new chat that just came in. Alex Kane for a 2-banger. Cindy, if anything, we just gave you a brain.
No, you broke half of it. And I said to Razor, I could feel a little of my innocence dying.
Well, seeing as you explained earlier the problem you were having with troons on the internet, I'll play this one for you. And like, guys, obviously this is for you guys for the don't-knows, but it really fits Cindy the day she's had today.
Now excuse me while I harass someone for having pronouns in their bio.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go on X. I'm gonna vent my feelings.
I like playing some of these older clips because we got so many new people. Leon, you see what Grok made her persona? Nope.
No, thank you.
I'm good. Yep, I'm good. Don't need none of that gay ass persona shit. Hashtag justice for Kino. Alrighty. Here is the dealio. It's time to extend the show. In case you want more evidence of Jeremy's degenerate nature, here's Smash AT talking about Jeremy getting caught looking at porn on stream. I don't know about now. Maybe I'll react to that on a different day. But I appreciate that, Garrett. But we got to start getting Cindy out here and getting you guys on. Mervoth definitely gets a link. I know that for sure. I don't see Dax tonight. Not doing very good at his job. So let me send Mervoth the link. I know that for sure. And then if you guys donated, it is first come, first serve. I just sent Mervoth the link. All right. Let me go through the list here. There's a lot of you guys that donated. Black British Man, Jurassic Warrior, Scrap Gamer, City Stein 69, Demon Carol, Carlos Batista, Trauma Tuna. Also on Kick, if you guys donate on Kick, Cindy, can you help me with that? I want to get people on here before you got to go, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hayden
okay.
Wayne, of course. Hayden, you obviously come on.
Guys, if you've been on before, message me and I'll send you a link. Vesker Bino, did you want to be on? I can message you, or you can message me. We've already talked before.
And then didn't Devil in Red do like 20, like 25?
5 gifties, yes,
5 gifties,
Devil.
is that what it is? So if Devil in Red wants to come on,
oh, and Vesker Bino just became a member
shout
on
out.
your
Thank
Kick.
you for subscribing over on Kick, Vesker Bino. Appreciate you. Retro Meister, Zevin Cross, Krovax, Michael Doberman, Junebug. A lot of you guys, like I said, it's first come, first served, and we only have 8 to 9 spots open. So just let me know.
I've got Junebug.
I hope you obtain restfulness. Are you doing member stream? No. So what I do, King and Demise. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of new people as of late. So I should probably explain the way this happens. So on this particular show, on Neon Leon, this is the only stream of the week we do this. We have tier goals, and the tier 1 goal is we extend the show by an hour and invite people that donated on the show for the final hour. Topic can be anything we've covered on the show today. Sometimes we react to old commercials and I just wax nostalgia. Sometimes we talk video games. But basically, the last hour of the show is to reward those that donated and whatnot. And we do an extension. So that's the tier 1 $100 dono thing. So it's not a members only stream. It is just to finish out this stream. You guys get to come on and talk with us. I don't really care how good your mic is. I don't really care if you've got your camera on, off, the whole 9, because this part is for you guys. I try and prioritize new people and people who donated the most when it comes to getting them on. Since again, but at the end of the day, because there's limited spots. But that's the explanation. Sorry, what were you saying, Cindy?
I have no idea.
You were saying, fuck, I wish I knew. Well, Hayden, I will send you the link over on X. Because I'm sure you got thoughts on both these situations. I know Murboth does as well. So let me I can send Hayden the link since he and I talk relatively frequently. There we go. Hayden, got you the link. Sometimes he can't fill all his holes, and I come in to help. Yeah, Serrano's does come in at times. Yep. And guys, I see that some of you guys are backstage. I'll bring you up once we've got some of these spots taken care of. Yeah, not this time. No, that's A-okay, Vescabino. Just letting you know. Makes sense. You can call me Zark. All right, perfect. Thank you, Zark. Is there anybody that's messaged you, Cindy?
Michael the Doberman and Junebug. That is it.
Perfect. They're both backstage. I just sent one to Scrap Gamer. Sent one to True Aztec Warrior. I would be on if I wasn't so shy. I would love to have you on, but I understand if you're shy. No worries whatsoever. And then once Cindy is out of here, we close up shop for the night. I won't send out any links or anything because I've got to start. Cindy is amazing in that she does all the highlighting and the commenting and everything. Basically, Cindy does everything except read, click the super chats. That's me. Beyond that, she controls everything behind the scenes. So once she's gone, I don't do a whole lot of that. I make sure to roll you guys' comments up as much as I can. But Cindy is the ultimate fucking co-host.
Dat darn otaku, did he? Hold on.
I think that darn otaku donated.
Okay. Can you message me on Discord or X? Either or. I'll let you decide.
Yeah, so we party after the hag leaves, which now, mind you, we're also going to need to promote that party even further. And guys, backstage, yeah, I'd see you as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there's 5 of them backstage, 6 of them backstage. Cool. Leon's holding Cindy hostage. Blackmail. No, I'm not. Cindy is my best friend. I could never do that to her. And let's be fair, who would pay for her? What ransom could I get for her?
That's true.
All right, True as a Warrior. Cool. I think that's more or less everybody at this point then. Except for that darn otaku.
Well, I'd like to prioritize him on since he's new.
Right.
Oh, Razor wants to. Oh, wait. Oh, she'd pay for me.
Oh, Razor pay for you.
I'd be honored, Razor.
One day I think I will see the Hypnocast on Skybrow's videos. Cindy has been on Saturday Night Hypnosis before, and she's in Skybrow's videos.
Mm-hmm.
So that's sort of there. I mean, she's not part of the main SNH crew or whatnot, but yeah, Cindy's been on the show.
Oh, I found you that.
Cindy said that Leon has a company basement, so it's not that bad. No bills, right? Yeah, I don't make Cindy pay bills. No, Razor, if you want to come on, you're more than welcome to.
He doesn't pay me either, I would like to note.
You're making me sound like such a terrible friend.
Oh no, he's a great friend. He's just a little stingy. No, I'm just kidding.
Everybody thinks I'm Jewish for a reason.
Nah. If he asked, or if I asked for any kind of money, he would happily help me out, but I don't need it.
This is true. I absolutely would pay you. All right, let's see. Leon has a gay friend and a bit Jewish. Yeah, a lot of people going with the Jewish stuff. Don't pay her. She's a woman. That's true. I don't think women should work. If I pay her, it means she's working. He makes a very good argument for that. All righty. We'll go ahead and start bringing everybody else on. If that darn otaku doesn't get to you in the next like 2 to 3 minutes.
I sent him a link.
Oh, you sent him a link? Okay, perfect. All right. Well, then, before we bring everybody on, let's get you the hell out of here. But before that, tell people who you are, what you do, what you got going on, the whole 9.
Well, hey, cuties, I'm Cinevere. Tomorrow, I am hosting my birthday /5K sub-special event. If you are part of the Patreon, you guys have early access to the links to go buy stuff from the merch shop. It's going to be a limited time event. It'll only last for 1 week. And after that, I will be taking it down from the public, but the Patreon themselves can still access it for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I haven't really decided. And then it's gone for good. So yeah, go check it out.
Basically, you're stealing my idea.
Yeah. Well, except for the extended period time. Shit, you made me lose my train of thought.
Sorry, go on. You got your birthday tomorrow. What time?
Yes. It's at 9 p.m. CST. Make sure you guys come hang out. And Leon will be joining us at midnight. I think Krovax is joining to talk about.
No, I'll be joining you right when SNH ends.
No, yeah, you will be, but Krovax is also joining
okay.
so that we could talk about the music video. So you'll be going away while that is happening.
Yes, because I want to react to that on my channel.
Yeah, and then we'll be playing shit, I can't remember the name of the game. The drawing game. What is it? I can't remember. But
Jackbox has a drawing game.
No, Jackbox. Yeah, but I can't remember what the name of the game
Yeah,
is.
I don't know the name of the drawing game on Jackbox, but if you're talking about Jackbox, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be playing Jackbox games and hanging out, and it's just going to be a really chill, relaxed stream. So I really look forward to seeing all you cuties. I hope you guys have a fun time. I will be gone all of next week, but I will be dropping some videos for those of you that missed the live stream and would like to see some of the recaps. So keep an eye out for it, cuties, and then I will see you back on the 20th.
You'll love to see it, guys. Make sure if you've not subbed to Cindy mods, put her stuff in there if you haven't already. Pretty sure we share quite the audience, but just in case, I want to make sure that you eventually blow past me. You're getting damn close. You went to 5K like it was nothing. So
I know.
All
In
right,
a couple
girly.
of months, no less.
You have a good rest of your day. Get the hell out of here. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the flip flop.
Alrighty, I'll see you tomorrow. You guys take care. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Deuces.
Woo!
And then it was me. All right, putting you guys in. Mervoth, Junebug, Lucifer the Doberman, Hayden Wayne, Scrap Gamer, and the True Aztec Warrior. Let's do some quick intros so we can get the content because the hour starts now. Mervoth, tell people who you are, what you do.
I am a tabletop RPG creator. I play a bunch of horror games and stuff, and unfortunately, I'm a subject to a lot of this Kino Casino shit, so I know a lot of information and lore.
Yeah. You love to see it. Scrap, what about you? Good answer, man. You're muted.
Damn.
You see what, Doberman? Let's talk about you while he's figuring his shit out.
Okay, yeah, I'm a welding inspector, and I'm a DJ / gamer who loves the internet culture, and I've loved you guys forever. And boy, do I know way too much about what's going on with the Kino Casino.
You and I used to stream together back on Blood stuff back in the day.
And quartering stuff. It is so hilarious how bad it has gotten for him. He the peak, and then now it's coming down. It's like skiing down a mountain. It's like there's no stopping the fallout that's coming towards Jeremy, and Jeremy deserves it. He deserves it.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Rev stuff. I can't wait. Scrap, have you fixed your audio? Guess not. Hayden, tell people who you are, what you do the whole time.
Yeah, I stream 7 times a week on other people's channels, and I'm a co-owner of the GCA channel, and I just like hanging out. That's pretty much it.
Hell yeah!
And you know what? You're the best owner. Fuck that Mo.
Check 1, 2.
Mo sucking dicks and shit, being an absolute fucking faggot. No, yeah, you're good. Go on, Hayden.
How about now?
No.
Come on, Scrap, let's let Hayden finish this.
To be fair, we have like 12 owners of our channel, whatever our regular like group is. But then I don't know. I get off work and just want to play video games instead of making videos anymore. The videos are coming back at some point, but right now I'm locked in on Crimson Desert.
Actually, Hayden Wayne is one of my favorite chatters, and I always see him in all of my favorite people's like
Hayden
streams.
is
It's
everywhere.
like,
I
know.
everywhere,
And he's like Hayden Wayne and J-Mac.
Yeah, dude, Hayden and Jamie. I'll turn on a stream when I'm not on, and I'll just see like, oh, a super chat from Hayden Wayne. It's like seeing a cameo in a fucking Marvel movie. It's great.
It is. It's like a hot girl showing.
I am
tits all of a sudden.
everywhere on
it's
the
like,
internet.
Yay!
All right, Scrap, you're good. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
My name is Scrap Gamer. I do tech reviews and game reviews, and I was currently playing Resident Evil 5 while watching this video.
Nice. That's a great one. Junebug.
Nice.
Testing. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just a fan, watcher, gamer, whatever. I'm playing Silent Hill F right now. I am glad this event happened with Rev because it's so
Well,
ironic
hold
and
on.
funny.
Just do your intro. We'll talk about the Rev stuff in a bit. Like we're keeping it tight. So
Okay.
just do your intro, and then we'll get to the Rev stuff.
I'm a nobody. Infamous back in like 3 years ago. But yeah, in college right now, planning on going to law school soon.
You'll love to see it. And
can I ask Junebug, what is your profile picture? I want to know what it is.
It's Berserk, the brand sacrifice. It's the
I see.
all the characters
Yeah,
are Berserk.
that looks like Griffin.
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay, yeah, you gotta look at it close. Yeah, okay, I can see it.
It's very stylish. Yeah.
Yep, Griffin and is that both sides of Griffin or is that Griffin and Guts? Looks like both sides of Griffin.
Griffin and Guts, yeah.
No, it's Griffin Guts, Costa on the bottom, the God Hat on top, and Dragon Slayer as part of the brand.
Actually, you guys mentioned Berserk.
Very nice.
Oh
shit! I need to get back into playing the PS2 game I had.
That's
awesome. The Eclipse.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the
Yeah, the thing. Yep. Big Berserk fan.
That's super cool. Rolling
I have
back
a
about
tattoo of Berserk on me.
Pay me so I don't be a slave. No, absolutely not. You're black. I'm not paying you. Last but not least, True Asset Warrior. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
What's up, everyone? It's me, the True Asset Warrior. I play video games, watch movies, TV shows, and watch content, Leon. That's it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's the brand of sacrifice. Shout out. Thank you. Hypno is probably the biggest Berserk fan I know. So yeah, that's out that he would know.
I'll challenge that.
Oh, we'll see. All right, so let's get into this because let's start with the Rev stuff because I know that there's so much to cover with the quartering. Let's knock the Rev stuff out first things first. Because Merval, you said, and Hayden, I think, said he had thoughts on both. I know you said you had thoughts on both.
Yeah.
All right, go off of what your thought was, and we'll go around the horse. Starting with you, Mervoth.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
No, you're good.
Okay, my first thought is, why is this always a constant theme with these born-again Christians? You're getting into an agitated, reoccurring thing. Every single time. I think it was called moral fagging or whatever.
Moral fagging? Yes, moral fagging is absolutely a thing.
Yes.
You say it happens every time. Like aside from Melanie Mac, what do you mean? Give me some examples.
I've just seen it from. I'm also basing off of my real life too. I've seen a lot of people who become born again who just become very preachy. From her, from quartering, from Rev them now. It's like I've seen a couple of real life examples. It just feels like also all these old OnlyFan whores. A lot of them use born again Christian and then become. Oh, I'm pulling the ladder.
They do.
So it's like I'm getting so sick of the born again Christian. It's starting to give. I hate using this word because it's just so retarded. But
they become so hard lined, and they don't want to help anyone else.
It's a complete 380. Once they go down this grift or shield or whatever you want to call it, once they go to religion, it feels like they're like the Grand Templar or some shit out of a D&D game.
Exactly. Yeah. And I actually think, because I'm not a Christian, but I do believe that you should just help people to get to the best point of where they can go. Like if you're a Christian saying, I want you to go to this point, you shouldn't just be like, you're a terrible person immediately. You need to like soften that like
you ease it down. You don't just
ease it. Ease them in.
Because I actually disagree with everything both of you are saying.
Interesting.
Because
okay.
The perspective that I took from all of this, watching this whole thing unfold, was actually that Strob was just saying that she is anti-porn and she thinks that porn shouldn't be a thing. That, however, is not advocating for censorship. Those are two completely different things. So whenever she had her woman moment and wasn't able to clarify, people jumped on top of her and said, oh, what, you're for censorship? while Rev is in the middle of a stream talking about other shit, and Strob starts having a woman moment panic attack, and then later came on and clarified because, okay, listen, we can say, well, she should have clarified first, but come on, guys, women, they don't typically do that.
Okay.
So
yes,
Strob had
yeah,
woman moment
yeah.
and freaked out over just like porn as a concept rather than saying, no, I don't want it to be censored, but I don't like it. Because whenever we get into that area, I stand in the same place she does. I don't like it, but I also don't think it should be completely like censored and taken away from everybody. And this also goes into the censored versus like restrictions argument, right? But then that goes into the weird thing where like tech companies trying to age restrict people.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit.
I think it's PTSD from that discussion going on, and because literally a year ago we had the whole Melody Mac situation happen with a similar situation, then people trigger that onto her. I think someone mentioned that earlier in the stream.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
So I think it's a little bit of combination of A and B.
Well,
and then she got stacked
you
on a lot
had
of that.
yeah with
real
that,
quick.
you
Tom's
had
time for
people
two
like
bangers.
Melody
Strob
Mac.
strikes
You
me as
had
very nice. Real quick,
hang on.
No, hang on. My show does a super chat. I'm reading. Thomas time for a two banger says Strob strikes me as very nice. Thank you very much, Thomas. I appreciate that. Now go on.
Good job, Leo.
Okay, no. So the thing with the like Melanie Mac, whenever that shit was happening, that was Melanie Mac, John De La Rose, TheQuartering, and several other people that were coming in and being very pro censorship, versus the other side of the table, which had people like me and Leon standing on it that were saying, no, you might like not like this thing, and that's fine. You don't have to like it, and people are perfectly fine to not like it, but we stand on the side of people who aren't trying to take it away from people who maybe do and do consume that. Like that's artistic expression.
That's a good way to look at it. I actually do agree. I don't really have. I have some opinions because I've seen religion being used, but at the same time, I'm not.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh,
yep, we can hear you, Otaku. Sorry,
go on,
go
we
on
can hear you.
what you were saying.
At the same time, like I was mentioning though, I'm not really too hard on her with the situation because yeah, she got dogpiled on within 24 hours. That's a lot of shit to deal with. Not everyone's gonna have a composed mind about it. And like I said, I think it's previous events that have kind of gave some people trauma on that.
Also, Melanie Mac is not a fighter. She
No.
goes in. She's just like a okay, whatever you want.
Well,
I'll
no,
just
okay,
do it.
hold on.
And she's good at it.
In
So
reference to
I
Melanie
don't
Mac,
feel bad for her.
In reference to Melanie Mac, 'cause I don't think it's Strob and Melanie Mac. I don't think are very good comparisons to one another. I'm not saying you guys are saying they are, but just like I'm putting that out there. Melanie Mac is a provocateur.
Oh,
like
yeah.
She's an internet provocateur. Her whole shtick is really much no different than Brittany Venti's. Let's see how offensive I can be. I'll say faggot. Oh, I'll wear blackface all nine. Now I agree with Hayden's take about the having the woman moment. She's modding Rev's stream at the same time. That's all true. The big takeaway that I think where the criticism is justified is the blocking spree after, when using the Katie example. That was a pretty valid question to ask. It's like, hey, you're saying you're against porn. Are you saying you want it banned? Are you saying you want it to be illegal?
That again just shows the hypocrisy of this whole situation.
No. I'm going to step in right here. I'm going to say I don't think it's hypocrisy. I think that's a continuation of the woman moment. I think that was her panicking and just like hitting block on people and then going, okay, I shouldn't have blocked these people. That was a terrible thing. After she had a date.
100%.
Okay, yeah, I see your point.
I'll give her credit compared to the next person I'm going to talk about soon. At least her woman moment, she realized her mistake and she.
Well, I don't think she realized. I think her husband probably did his
Well,
job.
fine.
Instead,
That's fair. The point is, though, at least she had someone on her. At least she
was trying
made
to
a
cover
message
up for
about
her.
it.
To be honest, though, it could have been either one of them because sometimes when women have woman moments, it just like takes them a couple hours to process shit, and then they go,
a couple
"Oh,
hours,
damn."
or a couple days.
Couple days.
No.
Days.
Not even necessarily a couple days.
Have you
most
lived
women
with a
function on
psychotic
emotion.
hot
Of course,
woman before?
they're gonna be going on and on
Are
and
you
on
kidding
about
me?
that.
Hey, hang
They're more
on.
emotional, more the brain.
Lucifer, you need to know. My girlfriend is a goth girl.
So okay,
so
there are weeks.
Context. I made her cry
No.
with compliments in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
She will cry over anything. She gets
See,
upset over
but
the most
I know
stupid
this.
shit, but within like the next couple of hours, she goes, "Oh, that was dumb."
Okay,
Crocodile
listen.
tears.
I have my daughter cried to me about 3 guys all trying to get her attention, and she's like, "I don't even like any of them, but I like them at the same time." Women are fucking insane.
That's just
They're
woman moment.
insane.
That,
I know.
That's not so you can't turn that
are.
into days versus weeks. That's just woman moment.
No, it's just weird. Yeah.
Varying
Well,
degrees.
also,
of
I
emotion.
think to be fair, I think days and weeks is probably accurate when the girls are younger because just like with boys, hormones, you figure shit out and whatnot. But when it's adult,
Maybe, But my girlfriend sits on the right on the line of millennial versus Gen Z. Like she's literally like that year that you could either lean whichever way. And
Zennial, I think they call it.
Yeah, but she's dating you, so she's not, because again, she's not the worst of either one because she's with somebody who's incredibly fucking red pilled. I think the better question is, did you have to turn her into that, or was she already semi-based?
No. She was already more based than her ex-husband because she was married for 8 years before we met.
Whoa! 8 years.
Yeah, she was married for 8 years. Then he cheated on her. And then I met her at a bar and decided that I was worthy of her attention. She did not want to give me her attention. And I said, "No, you're going to pay attention to me or everyone else in this place is going to suffer."
And what he meant by that is, I'm going to get the mic because it's a karaoke bar, and I'm going to get up there and sing.
Oh, no, it wasn't even a karaoke bar.
Leon.
I was just talking louder
Leon.
than the music at the bar and making everybody listen to us have a conversation until she decided to come sit next to me.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's so romantic.
Actually, it kind of is, though.
No.
I'm with Hayden at this one. It's like, no.
Well, here's the thing. I saw a girl. I thought she was cute. And I wasn't going to get up and go like, "Hey, can I sit next to you?" No. I was going to scream across the bar at her until she decided to come sit next to me.
Yeah.
That is romantic as fuck.
I've done that before.
Her friends must have loved you.
But her friends did love me the first night we met. She did not. Then the second night where I actually made that happen, she fell in love with me within a couple of minutes.
No, I wasn't
easy.
being sarcastic. All of her friends must have actually knew you were the guy. The moment you were actually screaming across the bar,
I'll tell the story very quickly. No, that's not how it happened. So I went into a bar in the town that I live in one night, and I didn't know anybody in the town. And some random dude, while I was standing in line to get a drink, was like, "I know you," and I was like, "No, you fucking don't. Like, I don't know anybody in this town." And he goes, "Oh, you don't? Let me introduce you to my friends." So he introduces me to 40 fucking people that are all sitting around one table they've all pulled together. And I go around and meet all of these people. And the one person who was the least interested in talking to me was my girlfriend. I was talking to everybody else.
I need to talk to the one that isn't.
Well, so what happened was that night, I was walking around kind of like just kind of chit-chatting with everybody. And then, night ends, whatever. I go home. The next night, I go into that same bar because, like, single dude, I like to drink. I go into the bar. I sit down. I know the bartender. I just sit down at the bar and drink. Well, then this cute girl who didn't like me the night before walks in by herself and sits down
and
at the
his
complete
chance to capitalize.
Yeah, well, she goes around and she talks to like several people in the bar, and I like watch this happen, and then she sits down at the complete opposite end of the bar that I'm sitting at. So I just start yelling across the bar to talk to her. And
you can walk up to her. Just
Are you
yell.
in Denver?
How drunk
What
were
did
you?
you say?
I wasn't even drunk. I was just, hey yo, and like shouted out her name. And she like
That's
looks
awesome.
at me and just like kind of like waves a little bit and then looks away. I'm like, no way, I want to get to know you. And she's like extremely uncomfortable. I'm like, so what do you do on your days off work? Like, I'm just like screaming across
So
the
romantic itself.
and eventually she just gets up and comes over and sits next to me, and then we start talking.
Okay,
That's
so
cute as
7
fuck.
years ago or something. You guys have been together for a while now.
Yeah, we've been together for 4.5 years.
Okay, 4.5 years.
Nice.
Either way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so
That's
I've been a
pretty
DJ
impressive.
for a long time,
Oh,
and I've watched so many people do that exact same thing. I love it when there's actually a long-term, like more than 1 year, like situation between men and women on those.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Here's the thing.
It's great.
Now she knows how I am. And like, so so she's a bartender. And she wasn't the bartender. But I encouraged her to become a bartender because I used to be a bartender. So I helped her like learn drinks and stuff like that. But so
can she flip bottles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wait, really? Because we can say she seemed real clumsy when I met her, so I was like, I don't know if we trust her for that.
Oh no, I'm the more clumsy of the two of us, and I can flip bottles. But
Yeah.
I taught her how to do it. So
Every bartender should flip bottles. Every single one.
yeah, no.
It'd be
So
part of it.
What
it
hold
should
on, what
be-
constitutes a bottle flip? Because like something as simple as like
I have never seen a single bartender
well,
flip a bottle.
you fucked that up,
Of course.
Leon. You
Good
fucked
job,
that up.
Leon. Good, yes.
Now hold it by the neck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
that.
No, you gotta catch the neck.
exactly.
Oh, you gotta catch the. I don't know.
You
what
gotta
one
hold
was
it by the
breaking
neck
my
and-
body.
Because you're
Breaking a little
trying
bit
to
of vodka
pour.
I had left.
Because
the
you want
interesting
to
life.
pour, Leon. The entire point is pouring.
Okay, you
Yeah,
can
no,
you can do that. You can
I'm
catch.
not-
You can flip it by the neck and then catch mid bottle and pour.
Okay,
Because most
that's
people
fair.
don't know that like and that's you're not doing the actual flip, but it's good enough.
Yeah, I don't want to risk breaking the last bottle of vodka I have, because it's after last call where I'm at. So
we all
That'd be a,
every single bar that
That's
I've
a waste of
ever
good fire water.
DJ'd at, you always have a pretend bottle that was plastic that every bartender would just like pretend practice, because it makes everyone loves when you just like throw the bottle around. Every single one.
My dad used to be a bartender, and he would do this thing where he would grab it by the neck, he'd flip it up, and he'd put his hand out like this, and it would land on his hand.
Yes.
And like that was super impressive.
Easy.
I've never tried doing that, but like I was like, oh,
it is not as hard as you think it is.
It's not.
It's super easy, and it is super impressive, and people give you more tips.
Love it.
They love it, especially if you're a pretty
well, I never
girl.
worked at bars before.
I've only worked as security in a bar.
Yeah, I've never worked in bars per se, unless you count like. So back when I was doing booking and promoting and stuff like that, and like for bands, obviously you would do bar gigs. So I would work with people at the bar, but I've never worked in the bars like that being my actual job.
I was a bartender for 2 years, and I got promoted to bar manager within those 2 years.
Don't know about that, but my first job was as a grill master at Waffle House, and I do like how D&D that title sounded. It's like, oh yeah.
Wait, you worked at Waffle House? You worked at Waffle House. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
Yeah. Saw so many great shit.
How many fights did you see?
I don't even know if I can count. I can count like at least 3 off the top of my head that I was like physically involved in, let alone all the ones that I was not involved in.
I was involved in like 9 fights where my friends were the bar owner and the bouncers, and I didn't even work at the bar. I was just a patron.
I've had that happen.
I just go to
My
the bar
buddy
after
was
working.
the bar back at the bar, and he's like, "Hey, this guy's rowdy and he's big. I might need you to help me with him." We ended up having to throw him out.
I got
Like,
that a lot. I got that a lot. But this guy's big.
So
My friend was like 1.5 feet taller than me. He was like, "Hey, I'm fixing to go confront this guy, just so you know." And I was like, "All right, I got your back."
Yeah.
Leon,
I'm a racetracker.
The thing with the Rev,
I used to work at the racetrack myself.
Yeah, we'll let Otaku talk since he hasn't got to it yet. And then we'll
sorry. I just saw it.
Oh no, you're all right. Yeah. I was born and raised down in the racetracks. You know, the quarter horse racing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
My pops was doing that.
I'm a Midwest guy, not a South guy, so I don't know what the horse track races like.
You're just north enough that
Well,
you don't fucking know, but like I know. I've been there.
Well, because my dad was a professional jockey at the time. He won the Sunland Park, you know, all the major races and stuff like that. He was in the nickel bases. Like he's shorter than me, like 5'3".
5'3". Wow, he's a midget.
He's like 5'2", 5'3". He's a little bitty. I'm the tallest one. I could have been a jockey myself, but I lost that talent real quick after I got.
I don't think I've ever
civilized.
even ridden a horse.
What?
Should
hit by a horse.
If you have the
Horses
chance,
are the
do
most
it. If you have
easiest things ever. Horses will talk to you. You just got to listen to them.
That's right. They're great.
Percent.
Oh, they're
They're
There's-
smarter than
there's-
humans.
There's a story
Horses
that
did not
actually
like
gets
me.
told in my family where like we were at a Thanksgiving and my dad looked outside the window and saw me on a full gallop on a horse. And he goes, "Who was that?" And my grandpa and my grandma both looked at him and go, "That's your son." And I had never ridden a horse before. First day I got on a horse, brought her to a full gallop. That was my favorite horse. I loved her.
Oh, yeah. Every single man needs to ride a horse and go full blast on them.
Oh yeah, it's the most.
You will
best
never
experience.
You will
But-
never forget that experience.
You also
and
need
and
to be
also
ready.
the horse.
Like you also need to be ready to like form a relationship with that horse because it's gonna take a little bit before
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
that's the most important
trust
thing. That bond
But
is for life.
The horse in you will never forget it. The horse
Yeah,
will be your friend forever afterwards.
Dude,
And-
when-
and
when-
obviously when you get done, you will like the lips on your face and chasing each other. It's
and when that
Yeah,
horse dies, it will rip your heart out more than having a
Shut-
dog or cat.
Like-
it'll
Just like
it is
my
a
dad
family
said,
member.
His
A
grandfather
family
said to
member.
him, "You will always have a one-man horse and a one-man dog."
Yes.
Yep.
I had a
As,
one-man
as
dog.
somebody who's been raising Dobermans my entire life, I have had 11, and 3 of them have been the most heartbreaking moments of my life. My daughter, like, watching.
You're about to make this stream real depressing real fucking quick.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
but they're great. They're the best things that could ever happen in your life. And
Leon,
don't forget them.
Go meet
Never.
a horse and ride a horse.
We had 2 Timberwolves.
No. Leon's Kata and Leon together need to go ride horses.
Yes.
I don't know.
He can't ride a horse. I'm convinced of that.
Well, he can't. He would need a step ladder.
Yeah.
I love the sentence, Leon, go meet a horse.
Or just have somebody lift them up, you know?
Like, just go out to fucking local pub and be
because
like, yo, give me a
You gotta
horse.
play that clip, man.
All right,
No,
Leon. So think about it like this. Like, you know how when you meet a dog for the first time, within like the first 30 minutes, you realize that this dog has their own personality. And
30 seconds?
No. I mean 30 minutes of being around a dog you don't know, like one of your friend's dogs. You realize that this dog is kind of, it's got its own personality.
They don't
It's got
know.
its own thing going on. Now take a horse and do that like 15, 20
Exactly.
times.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
you always got to watch them, though.
that's
Always watch 'em.
100. Oh yeah. Horse could kill you.
I've just never found horses particularly like. I don't have anything against
they're-
horses. I also don't find them particularly interesting. I've
No,
never really
but-
been around them, so I don't.
That's the thing. You haven't been around them. You haven't met
Yeah.
one. Because it's like you look into a dog and you go, oh, it's that whole, it gets into that whole, like, do animals have a soul thing, right? And you look at a dog, you look them in the eyes and you're like, yeah, this dog has its own personality. Like, this dog has a soul.
Same thing with a horse.
No, it's like amplified with a horse.
Yeah, horses.
Yeah.
Horses are.
I'm a dog lover.
They are. They're people. They are
Yeah,
almost people.
Horses
They
are
are.
almost people.
And you gotta treat them in the same way.
Treat them like
If you don't, they might
person,
fuck you
just
over.
like almost like a person, almost. Just
Yeah.
with a horse.
Yeah, and do you know what? It's a weird thing that a crush of mine who lives in Montana, who fucked her shit up, but she had she was getting horses from farms that were like they lost their farm and stuff like that. What's a rescue farm?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so there was lots of all these horses that just wanted love. And you could just see they were exactly the same as any kind of dog that you would just go up and say,
Dude,
hey, can I give you some love? Do you want to can I give you some love and an apple? And they would just be like having the greatest time of their life.
Yep.
I just want to do a job and have some love. Please, please, please.
So I actually learned to ride bareback. So no saddle.
Can't
nothing.
wear bareback.
Whoa.
Bareback puts on nuts.
I knew you were black.
No, but he's right. He's right. That's the best way to learn how to ride because that teaches you balance.
Yep. Because all you
is
have
true.
is the bit.
Yep, that is true.
And
Yep.
like it's just you learn to trust the horse.
Well, do they still have reins if you're bareback, or are you holding on like the
Yeah.
rein?
So whenever I say the bit,
Yeah,
that's the metal piece that goes in their mouth.
Ah,
and
okay.
that's what the reins actually connect to.
Do you know
So
what?
you control.
And that's when
a
you also
horse
learn how to shift your
by their
body
mouth.
to turn them. You know, that's how you can also teach them how to turn with you when you shift your body to one side or the other. You know,
that's right.
That's
Yeah.
when they turn with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you
The
don't
bit-
have to use your spurs. You don't have to use
No,
like
that's right.
all the
Yeah, nothing
extra
else.
shit
I
that you
hate-
get. That other stuff just like is just in case kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But whenever you
Yeah,
learn to
that's-
ride like bareback, you're learning to use the bit that's in the horse's
All
mouth.
your
and
muscles.
say, okay, turn a little bit left, turn a little bit right.
You're learning to go together.
Yeah.
Together
Exactly.
as
Right there.
You weren't forcing
won with the horse.
animal. You weren't forcing the horse. You're the horse is your friend. And
But
you're
if you've
just
ever trained
being
a
together.
horse, you are forcing them at first. But
at first.
Horseman.
But
yeah,
you don't want to. But the
horseman.
You don't. There's no point at when you're on the horse where you want to force them. You want to be together. This is
This is getting so sensual.
I know. You're
well, Leon. You got to
you're
try
a
riding
partner.
a horse.
It is a partnership.
Okay, I think we need to switch subjects. We're getting too much into the horse shit. I'm
I
sorry.
you know what they say.
Horse even's great.
I'm digging horse.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
I will say though, for my
Okay.
We need to reset this conversation.
Leon, get us back on topic. Leon,
Yeah,
get us back on topic.
I will get us back on time, but first we gotta get this two banger Miss Sparkle says Lucifer is one with the horse, and we also had Randall is Xana giving the awards brass membership shout out. Thank you both so much. I appreciate you. Yes, Murboth, you all said you wanted to bring up some. Yeah, that's probably the right face for this. You want to bring something else about the quartering drama?
Oh no, the quarter. No,
Yes, exactly. Oh my god.
perfect picture. That actually was random. I actually didn't mean to hit that. No, it's something with the Rev thing real quick. It looks like someone got unfollowed. Something you were mentioning earlier. Espiritu or whatever their name is.
Yeah, Espiritu or whatever. Yeah, I reacted to a couple of his videos. His name.
No, apparently just he got unfollowed by Rev within the last 2 hours.
Yeah, I think he was unfollowing a lot of people who were going after his wife. Whenever his wife had her moment yesterday.
Damn,
So-
I saw that. I don't remember the name. I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember. I know the face more. but
Darling Strob is his wife, VTuber. She's the
See,
one
I
who
didn't
had
know
her
that until
woman
relatively
moment.
recent. I didn't know that until not Gamer Subs. What's the one that got dropped by? Their recent
GG?
sponsorship loss.
GG.
Yeah, GG. Advanced GG. 'Cause
Advanced,
I'd
yeah.
never heard of Darling Strob, and I knew that Rev was married because his whole thing is Rev loves his wife. Or that's his Rev. I love my wife is his profile thing. I didn't know that she was a content creator or whatnot.
Yeah, so she was before they met, but they met on Twitter actually a couple of years ago.
And they say Twitter you can't find love.
Yeah,
joking.
no,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I would never want to learn. I would never want to have love being found on that site.
I know a little too much, but I want it to be a little.
To be fair, you can actually find some great, when I say relationships, I mean platonically, but relationships on X. Me and Cindy met on X.
Yeah,
arguing.
Friendship, yes. I meant relationship. I mean,
and look at Shoe on Head.
Oh wait, hold on. I think I might have found it. Somebody by the name of Espiritu.
Oh, that's
I think you're a little behind. Yeah, we already named it.
Ah, fuck.
But anyway,
Also, Sitch and Sammy, they met on YouTube. So
YouTube and YouTube and X are not the same though.
That's
Yeah,
I think Twitter / X is a little different.
Let's consider them the same thing right now, especially since
they're not the same
Elon
at
took
all,
over.
So Lithium says they didn't start dating immediately. They just enjoyed each other's messages first, then taught and
Yeah.
started dating.
They were friends and then started dating. Yeah.
Interesting. So was she already a VTuber?
Yes.
I believe so.
I
yeah.
heard she did SMR content. That's at least that's what I've been hearing, that she did that before.
She did ASMR content up until a year ago or something like that.
Okay. I don't know the whole lore of this. I know more of the lore of the next subject, which is the main event, I think.
Well, that's why I was asking about it, but then you brought up the
I'm sorry, I just brought it up because
I don't fucking care about that. I was asking your opinion on the quartering stuff.
The quartering stuff is okay. If we want to get into the framing of that thing, I used to follow the dude for many years. Back when he was doing his anti-woke content and everything else. granted, he was not the guy you sought out for entertainment, just more so the news. Little Yellow Flash, that Umbrella guy, Geek and Gamers, all they did it with more personality. But the occasion there. The part I find funny about this whole conflict is, for many years, the man went after Brie Larson. The man has targeted other people's wives, the Jack Murphy thing about the whole cuck thing. So I kind of find it ironic that he's having the issue now, even though he's attacked other people with similar things.
Yeah,
well, to be fair, all the people he went after, and I still do, stand by what I said earlier when Hayden sent the super chat about it. All the people he went after were still personalities, were still internet personalities, things to that effect, whereas his wife isn't. But even so, I don't think that talking shit about somebody who's not an internet personality is off limits. I just think that actually engaging in the real world with them is.
So my knowledge of the situation, and I've seen the hours upon hours of streams, because you have in the background, you don't really look at their shit. You just listen while washing dishes, working on stuff. The only time they ever talk about his wife is mainly from him talking about her in a negative light, or mainly the bold thing. But they have never directly made insults or anything else. If anything, they feel bad for her.
Well,
most times.
So from what I understand, his wife has had people texting her phone, and he has had people texting his phone.
That's what he claims. Okay. That's my issue. I haven't seen
yes. Yeah, no, it's a claim, but at the same time, to claim that.
The thing is, Matt, I understand your situation.
Show you doesn't mean anything though, because like anybody can fabricate anything and put that up. But the minute somebody goes, somebody's texting my wife, because if somebody was texting my girlfriend and you told me, fuck you, prove to me that somebody's texting your girlfriend, I would tell you to go fuck yourself.
I think, but you are different from. I understand what you're saying there.
Yeah.
I think the problem with the situation is kind of a double standard of stuff he's done to other people in the past, and not to mention she has been on stream and stuff before, and he's using this conveniently as a shield in the middle of getting attacked by everyone else.
Yeah, well, so I actually want to comment on this. Lithium says, honestly, fair take, Hayden. I think the difference between Hayden's take and what happened with the quartering, because first of all, I agree with Hayden in concept. But if somebody was just randomly like, texting your girlfriend, or your girlfriend's like, hey, this dude's texting me, or something, demanding proof or whatnot in an offline dispute, that's one thing. But like Mervoth was stating, that he's basically been just getting raked over the coals by the entire internet. So deflecting to, now they're coming after my wife. At that point, I think it does require some showing of receipts, because he's already on the back foot. He's already being defensive.
No, I get where you're going with that, but I'll say that, like, as a content creator myself, and a VTuber and IRL content creator, right? If anybody randomly started texting my girlfriend, yeah, I'd be furious about it, even if she had shown up on a stream that I did, because if I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring my girlfriend into this, and we're gonna just like have fun doing this like random thing, and then somebody goes, nope, she's a public fucking person now. Like, I'm not even like siding with the quartering on all of this shit, but at the same time,
it's the morality. You said earlier that you don't like quartering and whatnot. I just think that it's fair.
That's understandable.
If
the morality
I
of
brought my girlfriend onto a stream randomly because I was like, hey babe, come here, or whatever. Like, we were just, I was like, hey, let's make a video where we're talking about something. That doesn't open her up to being like a target of people or anybody. No. Like,
okay,
like,
but if
like
the entire if the response was she was going out for pizza with some other guy, and he was talking about,
whenever you start going into that, you're taking it into a whole other.
He brought her up.
I think that's the big difference that's people are running into. I understand, Hayden. I understand your situation, and I 100% agree. No one should be targeting anyone's girl at any point. I understand that completely.
Well, can we verify or not verify is the wrong word, but explain what you mean when you say targeting, because making jokes about somebody is not the same.
No, I mean like phone calls, doxing, all the extreme
Okay,
stuff.
gotcha.
I'm not. That's what I'm referring like actual targeting. That's
Any
that's what I
doxing,
how many people here clowned on Will Smith after he smacked the shit out of Chris Rock?
Well, okay, Leon. So the difference
Yeah.
here is that Will Smith and his wife are both personalities on the internet.
Right.
Like my girlfriend does not have a handle that anyone would recognize.
Hayden,
right?
Do you know what? Jeremy has made it a point for the last 7 years that his wife is a part of the internet. He talks about her all the time. Yes, he has.
I think talking about your wife is the same as them being a personality.
No,
on the internet.
she is literally his manager.
No. So it's different if he makes her a personality, as in saying,
Wait, isn't he white in airline steward?
My wife is, versus her actually going on and giving her opinions and like putting herself out there.
No, but he doesn't. He doesn't.
Well,
He makes her the personality.
Right,
He
but okay.
ma- he
That's
keeps
I think
talking
you're
about her
misunderstanding
all
the
the
point.
time.
Hold on, Lucifer.
Yeah,
Lucifer. You're misunderstanding the point. It's
Michael.
not whether he does or doesn't talk about her or whatnot. You're like, oh, well, he's basically her manager. First of all, look, I managed plenty of bands back when I was doing booking and promoting.
She
Oh,
is
dude,
his
I will
manager.
fucking mute you if you don't let me fucking finish.
Okay.
I managed plenty of bands when I was doing booking and promoting. I've worked with plenty of bands. I've worked with Sugar Ray. I've worked with the Spin Doctors. I've worked with Smash Mouth. That doesn't make me a member of Sugar Ray, the Spin Doctors, or fucking Smash Mouth. So her being his quote unquote manager, that part's irrelevant. The entire idea is that many of us are saying, regardless of whether he said, "Hey babe, come here," while she's on stream and she comes on camera for a moment, or whether he talks about his wife, positive or negative, that's still there's streamer and internet personality etiquette, and there's like, basically rules of engagement. And one of those rules of engagement is you don't take it into the real world, which is why I said on Thursday, and I said it here tonight as well. If that is true, then that's where the line's drawn. Like, you don't fucking do that. By the same token, Kino Casino never actively called for it because people are free individuals who are going to do what the fuck they want. And the timing is suspicious, which is why I think saying, hey, verify this because you're a known liar on the internet, and he's been called out on his lies multiple times. Like, he has lost the benefit of the doubt. But she is definitionally, at least in my opinion, not an internet personality herself.
And that's exactly where I stand on it. Is like, I don't trust him. I don't trust what he's saying. But you got to leave family out of it.
Yeah. He used her as an anchor so many times that it just seems fake. It makes me feel like icky.
Well, yeah, it's obviously fake. Obviously fake. And that's why people are asking.
That's why I'm so pissed off at Jeremy that he would do this and then go back and say, "How dare you use my wife in this terrible way? You did it.
No one's
you did it."
That's no one's saying it's not hypocritical. No one that made the claim at any point that it wasn't hypocritical.
Yeah. To be fair, like he said that multiple times. He was like, "Leave my wife out of it. My wife doesn't need to be involved in it." And that, like, you could call him a cuck and not bring his wife into it, but because
I don't really think you can.
The whole cuck.
No.
As soon as you say
because
cuck, you're bringing
the
the
whole
wife
thing
into it.
is like, just leave the person who's not an internet personality out of it, and fine. And that's what he said.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, real quick, I want to
her
get back to
into
what
it.
Hayden said. You said you can call someone a cuck and their wife not be part of it. I don't think that's true, because being a cuck implies that you are watching someone else.
Yeah, but if there's an
two people are involved.
But that's implication versus like having something like people calling her and shit.
Oh well, yeah, no. And again, I agree with you completely on that. But it's like the moment you say the word "cuck," that does entail 3 separate parties, 2 of them being the ones in a relationship.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, and I agree, but at the same time, like she's not an internet personality, so like, yeah,
Right. Agree with that. Yeah.
all you have to do is say "cuck," and everybody fucking understands what you're saying.
Yeah.
But Jeremy brought her into it.
Now,
she is married to an internet personality. She
No. Whoa. Hold on. Because being married to or dating an internet personality does not immediately implicate you as being an internet personality.
No, but he brought her into it because he mentions her all the time. All the time.
Okay, but
hundreds and hundreds of
Dolly
times.
Parton wrote the song Jolene about her actual husband and some woman that was trying to snake into his bed while she was away on tour. Jolene was an actual person. That doesn't mean that she's bringing her husband into the music. In fact, Dolly Parton famously, or Dolly Parton's husband actually famously, has never wanted anything to do with her fame. Yeah,
One of my favorite songs.
But anyway,
One of my favorite songs.
Dolly Parton's husband has famously never wanted to be part of her career, never wanted to be part of interviews. When she does like the whole like, hey, here's my house, my ranch, whatnot, he's never on camera, he's never in shots because he wants to be completely separate away from all that. So just by nature of that song being about her actual husband and actual situation doesn't, for example, make him a part of the music industry or part of her career. So like I think that we should use that same logic with Jeremy and his wife. Now,
has Dolly ever spent hundreds of hours talking about him?
I mean that song's probably been streamed and listened to hundreds of thousands of hours.
But I think there's a way different like mindset between how Jeremy uses his wife in comparison to Dolly Parton. But Jeremy makes
slightly disagree because there have been times that I've thought
Jeremy is a terrible
husband. Hold on. Lucifer, man, you gotta let people respond. So you made a claim. Hayden wants to respond to the claim. Hayden, go for it.
There have been times that I've thought, I'll talk about this thing my girlfriend likes and knows more about than me, and I'll just have her on and like voice her opinion. And then like I don't think anything about it past that besides the fact that I used to be a cybersecurity expert. And I'm like, no, honey, you can't be on anything that I'm doing, period, ever.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay. Because she has different thoughts than I do. And sometimes I'm like, wait, babe, you know about this thing. I'm going to talk about this thing. Maybe you should like give your thoughts on this. And that does not make her, I would say it doesn't make her a target, but I know other people would say it does.
We got a lawyer in chat right now.
I love Sevi. I love
Sevi coming in with
the stream here.
Thank you, Sevi.
Sevi coming in with a legal take. There's a reason why defamation has two different standards: a private citizen and a public persona.
And she becomes the private citizen.
You can't treat a private person like Hayden's girlfriend the same as a public persona. And I would imagine, and Sevi being the lawyer can let us know in chat, that TheQuartering's wife would absolutely legally fall under public person, not public persona.
I would argue that she actually, like, TheQuartering's wife is a private citizen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Did I say public person? I meant private citizen.
I think we all know what you meant. But
there's, I just wanted to make sure it was clarified.
No. I appreciate clarification.
We all know.
Now, that being said, I want to respond to something Hayden said a bit ago when it comes to like users of the word cuck. To be fair, that word is just thrown around as an insult.
Right.
Just willy-nilly, kind of like, like a lot of words are nowadays. Yeah. This is about the potential
a derogatory
actually
term
being, like, definitionally being a cuck.
We go into the actual, like, is he definitionally a cuck? It seems like that 100%.
Yeah,
it really does.
He admitted it. He admitted it,
and he's confirmed.
There's a video. There's a
But
video
the
of
thing
him
is-
fantasizing about Gina Carano cucking him.
Oh God, that was
oh
horrible.
my
They're
god,
so-
that made me feel
horrifying.
so bad for him. Oh
There was
my
that,
god,
the Brittany
that's what.
Vente, the Sydney Watson. He has a really horrible track record. If you just watch a couple of videos of him with women,
I think it's weird that he
but-
only chooses women. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if anyone else finds that
No,
weird.
no,
I
no.
think it's weird.
That's a whole different thing
No,
from him being a cuck, though.
No. I was switching. I was
That's-
switching gears on the
No, no,
topic.
no,
I
it's
don't mean
not
to-
a simp.
No,
I think all
I'm
the
just
things
saying,
are
like,
being simp.
with those things being brought up, those are two different
Yes.
fucking areas. Because, like, yeah, is he a cuck? Maybe. It kind of seems like it.
Well, yeah, he admitted it. He admitted
Whenever you go to the other side of it and you start talking about him, like with Brittany Vente, Sydney Watson, all of these other women, it's like
Lauren Southern.
Well, okay, that's not a cuck. That's
No, that's why I said I was switching gears. I was just saying that that's another thing about him I find weird. Not
Yeah.
anything to do with him being
No,
I
no,
do find it weird.
Leon.
Well, think about how
I'm not
much money-
arguing with you. I'm just saying that, like, whenever you lump all of these things into the same argument.
Oh no, different argument.
It's important to clarify that.
Yes,
right?
yes. Debate
Like,
right. Yes.
Again, as somebody who liked TheQuartering back in like 2017.
That's kind of how I am. 2017, 2018, before he went really
Yeah.
heavier and heavier. So yeah.
But like with what's happening now, I'm just trying to look at.
I'd be doing some sly self promo in the channel, so there's a link for you guys watching. And you're not super savvy.
Got it.
Make sure you
Wink,
do
wink,
so.
drift.
Make sure to sub to
We
Sevi.
appreciate it, Sylvie.
I think I've actually been on a video with Sevi that talked about defamation and
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
a couple of other
We can hear you.
things, but no, it's for me. It's a matter of like looking at it from almost like Sevi being brought up more of a legal standpoint, where I look at something and I say, okay, is this him actually admitting to something? Is this what's actually happening? Or is this something that needs to be looked at? And I say it's something that needs to be looked at just based on the fact that, like, I don't fucking watch him.
There's a lot of the one
Well,
thing I know. Sorry,
yeah, go for it. Go for it. My bad.
Oh, I was gonna say real quick. I know a lot of this has stemmed because of the Kiwi Farms information about Adam that kind of stirred a lot of this conversation beyond.
And real quick, just to let everybody know, sometimes Kiwi Farms goes way too far into shit that they don't know.
no, I
it's
understand.
all speculation. There's
Again, this is
not
reason I
really
compared
any
Kiwi
proof.
Farms to
I wouldn't say-
4chan earlier.
But he's also
You wanna talk
mentioned the
about
name
vote
too.
for, I would say Soy Jack Party holds that title.
Well, again, there's, like I said, there's a reason I compared to Kiwi Farms to 4chan earlier, and it's because it's the same type of folk. Not disparaging it.
Yeah.
Frankly, I was a 4chan kid back in the day. Like I think a lot of people were.
Too.
Yep. Oh wait.
But no,
I was only Newgrounds.
the thing that makes this situation worth talking about is because the quartering came from such a again, he came from the old school
first gen. I think we
woke.
talked about
I
it
mean, he
Wednesday.
was covering. He was back when it was still anti-SJW culture. He was frequently calling out freedom of speech issues. He was frequently calling out censorship issues.
Woke Hollywood, etc., etc.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
a lot of stuff.
not even woke Hollywood. Again, he was in the anti-SJW era. This is pre-woke. There's no term.
he's
woke didn't exist.
Political.
What'd you say, Hayden?
I said he was almost fully political.
Yeah.
And he gone back to his roots.
I kind of remember him from that drama with that YouTuber, the one that was going around abusing animals and shit. I don't know.
Which one?
Man, you gotta be more specific.
You gotta specify that one. There's a lot of those.
It was some kid with weird animal looking icon as profile.
Which one?
Did fucking Lucifer here have like,
Are you talking about that furry dude Fox, what's his name? Woofy or something?
That doesn't narrow down.
No,
unfortunately.
you guys are
yeah.
terrible at this.
No, I mean like abusing animals and uploading
The
on the internet.
Zoopie guy, isn't it? The zoo guy?
No, it was a kid. Like I'm being serious. It was a kid. He was 4. What was the name? I know the quartering called him out, and some other YouTubers can't remember.
Okay. Guys, he's been on the internet. He's been on YouTube since like 2008. There's almost 20 years of time that we need more than just he called out a kid abusing animals. A lot of motherfucking kids have abused animals, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think no one's giving you shit. It's just that's a lot. That's a lot to go down.
Demon Carol says Leafy.
No, Leafy was something else. I could have swore. This shit was other crap. He caught it. God, that poor guy got banned so many times for his mouth. God damn. Leafy.
Is fucking Smash AT stream sniping us right now? Hold on.
Wait.
Is Smash AT stream sniping us?
Yeah. So I just thought about it. If the quartering has been on the internet since 2007.
Hold on, guys. Hold on one sec.
over.
Smash is stream sniping us. I'm gonna respond. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
I'm literally setting up
everybody
raid.
say hi, Smash. Smash, don't raid me because we're actually about to wrap up. So see if there's somebody else. But
Hey,
everybody
Smash.
say hi, Smash.
Hello.
What up, Smash?
Hello.
Everybody say
What's
hi,
up?
Smash. Smash, don't raid me because we're actually about to wrap up. So see if there's somebody else.
Hey, Smash.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we're looping.
Smash.
Watch, I posted in the
We
chat. I
echoing.
couldn't remember, but I found it. I just posted chat. That was the name of the channel.
What's the name?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, did you put it in the private chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Paluchin Entertainment. Bro, anyone on this motherfucker ever heard of Paluchin Entertainment? Like,
I'm getting old. I can't remember that shit. I'm 35.
That was the YouTube they closed out. That was
All
the one
right.
that was abusing animals. Like,
it's time to
real
spin a
abuse.
wheel and it's time to wrap up. Esra
All right.
gifted a membership. Shout out. Thank you so much, Esra. We have to spin a wheel for what movie we watched in the Discord. We didn't get to do the watch party this week because I had to
Wait, are we not going to watch Dead Man's Shoes no more?
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be the automatic. Since we
what?
messed up the Dead Man's Shoes.
Yeah, well, we do 2, but like it's here tier 2. I
Oh,
can't,
you want to loop it again? Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna loop it again because we'll end up doing 2 movies this week.
Oh, marathon.
Yeah, because I was so busy editing, I was unable to do the watch party. And that video is still not finished. There's still so much more that needs to be done. It's rough. All right, so we've got Hot Sucker Proxy's on there, and then what was the name of that movie that he wanted? That other guy wanted to add, that Gal Carrymon wanted to add? That's probably a super chat. I'll just go ahead and look at it. In the meantime, Hayden, I need you to do me a favor and see if people in the chat are recommending movies.
Oh, Leon, have you seen Ichi the Killer?
That was the first last
that's
time.
a good movie.
That's a very gory movie. It's really good.
I think it was on the wheel last week. I've not.
Yeah, Ichi
Someone
the
said
Killer.
Life Force.
It
It's a
is
Yeah,
really,
I'm a-
it is really fucked up. But
The manga's
I think
better.
You'll like it.
Manga's much worse in darkness. I mean, not bad.
I will add it in just a sec. Let's see. Here it is. Emesis Blue.
Wait, I like this one. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
As if I've not seen Monty Python.
I
I saw that
know.
too.
Everyone should have seen that in the chat. Everyone, every
I'll
single
put
person.
my next recommendation
Come on.
in my
Saying
chat.
it was suggested.
Lady
I put
Snowblood
mine
sounds
as well in
interesting,
there.
so I'll add that to the list.
That-
Oh,
Yeah.
Excalibur's good.
It'd be
I'll
like
put
not
Excalibur
seeing
on there.
Hellraiser.
Yeah,
King
guys,
of
if
New
it's
York.
a popular movie. Odds are I've seen it. I'm quite the film buff.
No, you still
I
haven't
posted
seen it on
mine
Ice
in
You've
the
seen-
private chat.
Like, for example, Razor Off. This is how much of a film buff I am. Razor Off says 10-inch Hero. Bro, I watched 10-inch Hero back when it came out in like 2007 or whatever. I love 10-inch Hero.
I know you didn't see that one I mentioned last week. I'll put it again. Lucio Fucci's Zombie, 1979. That Italian one I suggested last week. I'm gonna put it on the list until it gets chosen. 'Cause
All
Zombie
right,
Seems
was
pretty
always-
good.
On me. And Serranos, you're not missing much at all, honestly, with Monty Python. Like, Holy Grail is great. That's really about it. So loves. Okay, she pointed out a movie that I've not actually seen.
Wait, you never seen My Cousin Vinny?
I've never seen My Cousin Vinny.
Oh,
Really?
Vinny's so.
My Cousin Vinny's great though.
Great movie. My Cousin Vinny is a great movie.
Very underrated. Nowadays, at least.
Mating habits of the earthbound human.
The hell?
That sounds interesting as fuck. That's going on.
I hate watching you type these into the wheel.
I'm not putting Necromancer 2 on there, War Wizard, especially not for a 2-banger. Not after what we did with Necromancer 1.
I post them on in private chat.
You should have said guinea pig
Life of
instead.
Brian is not great. She's a Tarian. People were psyoped into thinking Life of Brian is great. Life of Brian is not great.
This
is you think Life of Brian isn't great? You should watch Life of Pi.
Life of. Oh, I've heard that movie.
That's
oh no.
All right, we need one more. Come on, chat, give us one more.
Him and Centipede. I'm joking. Don't do that.
Carlos Batista, I actually quite enjoy Cool World.
Oh, that's a good one.
Make it a good one.
World's underrated. Cool World's good.
Life Force. This is a bit different than whenever we talked to Erwin about it because Erwin hadn't seen shit, and you've seen lots of things.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, no, I guess I've not seen Life Force. You're talking about the 1985 film? That's going on here. This looks like an awful, horrible B movie. Let's do it.
Oh, B movie.
Oh, okay. I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to raid. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. Smash is trying to raid. Yeah.
That's what I like about Leon because he's like me. I watch a lot of films too, like old school films.
Oh, come on, lay on it.
Hey, you want to hear another disturbing
Habits
movie?
of the Earthbound Human. That's right.
I've never seen
This is the one I was
Habits
hoping
of
for.
Never even heard of it.
I've never heard of this, but the name sounded hilarious. Mating Habits of the Earthbound Human. Perfect.
God, it sounds like some sci-fi movie.
Oh, what?
I have no idea. But, we're watching it. Perfect. Alrighty, crew. It's time to get out of here. I've got so much to take care of. So we'll do some quick outros, and I mean quick. And I'll see if there's anybody to raid. All right, let's start with who's at the bottom there. Otaku, tell the people who you are, what you do, the whole nine.
Hey, my name is That Darn Otaku. I'm your resident Native American here. I don't have a channel. I just mostly hang out and chat with. I'm more Native American, but yeah, I don't have a channel. I just hang out with chat and chat with everybody, hang around the community. I just like hanging out. That's about it.
Perfect. Alrighty. Aztec Warrior?
Yeah, I'm the true Aztec Warrior. Play video games, watch movies, TV shows, and watch your content, Leon. And I think after the stream, I'm gonna play some Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection with Mythology Sub-Zero. I'm gonna play that game after the stream.
You love to see it. Hayden, you got anything coming up, homie?
Yeah, Monday I am hanging out with ABF, playing video games and on his stream, and then Tuesday on Erwin's stream, Nerd Wars, talking politics. And also, I think that we should have just eradicated the Native American tribal ideology and not let them have what they wanted, and reservations were a mistake.
As somebody who lived on the reservation.
Yeah, well, we should have thought about building the wall.
Completely agree.
We should have thought about building the wall.
Ron, by the way, guys on Kick, don't go anywhere. We're going to host, speaking of ABF, Out Baldwin's Finger, we're going to raid ABF on Kick. All right, Junebug, tell me who you are, what you do, the whole nine.
My name's Junebug. There's many with my name, but I'm the only one that's infamous. You probably would know me back in the old days, so I'm not going to out myself here. But I had fun, and I kind of regret my actions back there. But now I'm going to try to go to law school and be a Fed.
I love this name. We're wrapping up, so you'll hear what we do in what I do in the outros, Amelia. But never let the Amelia meme die. Scrap, tell people who you are, what you do, because we're trying to get out here real quick.
I'm Scrap Gamer. I am the Junk Meta Gamer. I do tech reviews and game reviews, and hopefully next week I'll be able to stream.
Perfect. You love to see it. And last but not least, Mervoth, tell the people what you got going on.
Still developing stuff, dealing with a lot of things, and watching the chaos unfold on X. I'm sure there'll be more bullshit by this weekend.
You're absolutely correct. Why is okay? Moderation, no studio achievements, revenue, stream. Man, where I'm trying to figure out how to raid ABF on Kick. You have to bear with me for just a moment. I know there's a way to do it. Roles, chat, studio. God damn it! I literally had this up earlier. Roles, chat, nope. Oh, this is gonna piss me off. Well, real quick, Hayden, will you do me a solid while I'm figuring this out because I want to get this and hit those 2 supers for me? Oh, is Hayden not here anymore? Oh well, fuck it, I'll do it. All right, first of all, we had Amelia British not skittish for a 10 banger saying, "Don't know who you are, what you're talking about." I got here by Smash, so here's $10. Well, we were doing the shoot the shit portion of the end of the show, but thank you so much, as well as Caps Lock for 10. I farted. Anyway, here's some burger money. Love from Smash. Thank you so much. And then Smash came in with a gifted membership. He didn't need to. I appreciate it. Since you guys came here from Smash, since Smash sent a membership, let's go ahead and give you guys, the Smash JT clip. I think that this will be instrumental in, understanding who he is as a person. This is Kill JT.
I liked it.
You love to see it. All righty, crew. As for me, we are out for the evening. I'll be back on Saturday Night Hypnosis tomorrow. No stream on my channel tomorrow because we'll be celebrating the birthday of the lovely Cinevere. She's the greatest. So we'll direct all you guys over there. She's a gem. She means the world. As for me, videos and streams almost every day. I'll see you guys on Sunday for the Sunday special stream. And until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise. If you're on Kick, sub to my boy Alec Baldwin's